From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apology.
Yep.
Damn it. Welcome to another episode of the District of Misfits show, the drinking show with a podcast problem, the podcast for the rest of us. I am Crushing Boo, forgetting to push the mute button before speaking yet once again. Hanging out with my buddies, Marcus and Val, and our special guest this week, Artemis. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing?
Chilling, man.
Good. What's new and exciting? Actually, before I get into what's new and exciting this week, I should take this opportunity to thank you all for tuning in and to please like and share us on all of the platforms that you are enjoying us on. Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits. On Twitter, at DC Misfits. YouTube, we have channel, the District of Misfits show, where you can also find excellent content from our good friend Artemis here, the Grande Lock podcast, and on Twitch, District of Misfits. It's all one word. And we would really appreciate your support. And you go to crushingdc.com and purchase some gear and support us in that fashion. But as I was saying, what's going on, y'all? Artemis, why don't you go first? Tell us what's going on. You just came. What's popping?
Man, I'm chilling, man. You know, after the whammies, chilling with y'all, man. Just been. I wish I won one of them whammies. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just for kicks. Explain the whammies to anybody who may not know. Like break it down.
So the whammies is basically like the DC, Maryland, Virginia version of the Grammys, basically. DMV area mainly. It goes out to like a certain extent, like a certain areas of Maryland and Virginia, like not past a certain point, but yeah, just inclusive of the DMV area. So, artists that do like bluegrass, jazz, folk, hip hop, rap, all that, they're able to submit like their projects to get voted for winning a Whammy. So
right on. Now,
so who are the judges? Who determines the winners?
See, and that's where I'm lost at, because I heard there was like industry professionals or whatever that are able to judge it, but I'm not sure who those industry professionals are, because they start out with the nominations. You can nominate like people, whatever, and then people vote on those nominations. And once they have a certain cutoff deadline, and then it goes to the judges. The judges have a scoring system, and then like they pick the winner from there.
Right.
So it's rigs, what you're saying?
I don't know. I didn't say that. I mean,
you were nominated for 39 things and didn't get a peep on one of them. So
right.
Well, Night Train 357, shout out to him. He did win for best, like I think it was best rap album or best. And I produced. Yeah, I did some production on it. So shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? He worked hard for that, and I was in the running for that as well. So like whoever won, hey, congratulations to them. You know what I mean? Do I feel like I should have won? You damn right. I feel like I should have fucking won. So right, it is what it is.
Yeah, you've been putting in work.
You have been putting
for sure. Marcus, what's good with you, bro? What's going on in your world?
Life is good. Had some weird things happen to me this week. Some interesting things. Something from my past that popped up after 20 years. So we can share that for story time.
It's not
we need some telenovela like music shit going on.
It's not it's not as crazy as it is, but for me personally, it was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Oh, like in a good way, not like
it's like, like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
It's not some 12-year-old kid knocking on your door being like,
I always had
Dad.
that fear that was going to happen one day, and it never did. So I'm cool.
dun dun dun.
Hey, Daddy, what's going on? I'm yours.
Yeah. Shit. Well, we'll dig into that. Val, what about you? How are you?
Top that.
I don't know. It's really busy this week with the weather tournament. I think everybody, knows that I work down at the waterfront in Georgetown, and
Down
a lot of
by the river.
And we're extremely weather dependent, the business. And when the weather turns and becomes really nice and everybody wants to go down to the waterfront, and it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, that 2 weeks of spring, y'all get murdered.
Yeah, in general, so typically speaking, in any given year, it's always going to be crazy. But we were talking about a little bit earlier in our pre-show, we're coming off pandemic, we're like lightening up on the restrictions a little bit. Also, people don't care about the restrictions anymore because people feel a little bit more emboldened because some people have been vaccinated or whatever. They just don't give a shit anymore. And so then we just got hammered this whole weekend. It was 80 degrees on Friday, and we're short staffed. We don't have a full bar team. We definitely don't have a full wait team yet. And we were just, I got my ass handed to me on Friday. We were just, we already down a server, and then because of personal reasons are already short staffed, one of our servers had to leave mid shift. And so the two bartenders who were supposed to be behind the bar ended up being on the floor waiting tables. So then I was stuck at service bar, which was not fun.
Getting beat on by that printer.
Yes, and that
what kind of
anyone who's worked in the kitchen or anyone who's done service bar.
It's not a beep. It's not a it's a specific noise all on its own when it's
fucking horrible, dude.
It's indescribable.
It makes me cringe every time. I was like, Can we just
if you played an audio clip for it, anybody who's ever worked at a bar or a kitchen will automatically be like,
hold please.
Automatically triggering.
There's that meme that says anyone who says pictures don't have sounds who has ever seen this picture before.
Too funny.
It's enough to give you I was just sitting there and I couldn't get away. I got in at noon. I actually got in a little bit before because I was in my mind, I was it's Friday, it's going to be busy, it's going to be warm. So I'm going to try and stock up the bar. And so I had this whole list of things that I had to go back to get. And then all of a sudden, all these people started coming in and there was no server inside because they assumed everybody was going to want to sit outside. So they didn't schedule someone inside. But because it was windy, all these people wanted to sit inside. So that all went to me. And I was like, so I'm not going to stock the bar.
So I'm assuming you're working without a bar back?
Yeah, no bar back. So we have no bar back.
It's the worst of times. It's the best of times. It's the worst of times.
So I got in at noon. I texted Marcus. It was 10:45 and I was like, PM. And I was like, I haven't gotten to sit down. This is the first time I've gotten to sit down. It's because I'm going to pee right now. This is my first moment sitting down.
Man. And it sucks because businesses are going to have to walk that tightrope between over and understaffing.
Right.
There's going to be those times where they might want to staff more people, but just can't do it fiscally. You know what I mean? They can't afford to.
Don't. There it is. end, and then it starts.
What the fuck is that sound? It's not a beep. It's not a spuzz. It's not a scratch. What the fuck do you call that noise?
Cicada.
Oh,
man, cicadas could be pleasing to the ears at times.
A computer letting out a fart.
It's like a death rattle, but just repeatedly.
Farting of the computer.
Repeatedly. And I mean, what you need is the din of the crowd and the music to drown that shit out, because that shit in a vacuum, that's fucking torture.
Artemis, make a song.
Oh, yeah.
If you play that,
make a song,
dude.
I was gonna say no, but I was like, wait, maybe.
You can pull it off, but God,
like
man, you'd be giving people seizures on the dance floor. There'd be a lot of triggered.
Joshua, the click at the end. And then it starts all over again.
So brutal. Everybody clutched themselves a little bit when they had fucking shit kicked. Like, it's like, oh man,
y'all funny.
Yeah,
man.
I wasn't ready. I mean, like I said it a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm not prepared. I think a lot of us are not prepared to be that busy in general.
I don't think we want to be busy like that.
The weeds. Like there's no waiting into this.
I'm really just not like I wasn't the only one. We were all like, and people are just assholes. Like there was a group of 18
awesome.
people who insisted on still sitting together, even though we kept separating them. But they were all one group. So the poor server, he came over and he was like, "I'd like 18 Bud Lights." And I was like, "You're joking, right?" He's like, "I'm not." And so the manager started just running to the walk-in and just grabbing cases of beer and bringing out like 4 6-packs to the bar, to the table, and just being, "Here you go, here's your 18 beers." Like, it was crazy.
It's only gonna get crazier.
I mean, hopefully we'll have enough staff, but like right now we really only have 4 bartenders. So I mean, we're like splitting. And somebody had to be off on Saturday. I don't know. It's just, luckily today was they're
not giving us any money
of Bud Light.
Like they're not giving us.
I have one more week and I can start drinking the Bud Light.
Oh, that's right. Val had to give up her nectar of the gods for Lent.
So I'm nervous about what I'm drinking because it's the first time I've had it. I have the Natty Light seltzers, and these are their flavors for those of you who aren't aware.
That's gonna end well.
Is a Catalina lime mixer, which is when cherry and lime become best friends.
Oh my God! Shout out to them for marketing. I'm gonna give them props. It could taste like total swill.
Good job.
But they get an A+ on that shit, dude.
This one is Aloha Beaches. When Mango and Peach go beach mode.
Good Lord. That shit is total rot gut, but shout out to their marketing department for real.
Good job.
Is House Rules when strawberry and kiwi call the shots.
Ooh.
Val's gonna be white girl wasted.
It's gonna be hammy time.
For sure.
That last one sounded like a power struggle.
Have you had it? When's the last time Val, when's the last time you ate?
I had a taco, like I had a taco.
A taco.
Like an hour ago.
All right, so do it 11:30. I call it.
Yeah.
I'm calling 11:30.
Val's gonna. She's gonna go.
Guys.
Is it a full moon?
I don't know, but my power went out once tonight, so yeah.
In the studio, for real?
Like, yeah, because of the wind. It's windy as fuck outside.
The fucking Wicked Witch of the West is out there somewhere.
Yeah,
blowing around with the flying monkeys and Toto. It's fucking windy.
Yo, so we safe words.
Boo, what about your week?
Oh, my week. Yo, shit. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's Tia. That's funny. My week, chill. I am, did the homes, supervising homeschooling with the kids who are they're doing well. About to enter into a new phase of me not having to do it for 2 weeks, the 2 week period. So I'm super excited about that and can get some things done. I got poked. I got my first vaccination shot yesterday.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, they still do that on Facebook?
I said the same thing.
In the pre-meeting, I said the same thing. The Val and Marcus, and they said the same shit.
I knew.
I said, I was like, damn, Facebook's still
poking. They still doing that on Facebook. Like,
that's weird.
So yeah, it was fun. It was like I went in there and it took longer to fill out the form than it did to do it. Like, I honestly, the woman was like, you're gonna feel a slight pinch, and I was like, okay. And the next thing I know, there's like she's putting a Band-Aid on me, and I was like,
that's it?
Is that it? I was like, did you even actually do anything? Like, yeah. So she was like, hang out for 15 minutes. Oh, you know what else I did this week, y'all? I went and got an eye exam. And
how blind are you?
I need to do that.
It's I need some glasses. So they're coming in 2 weeks, y'all. I was gonna do like the big reveal, but fuck it, we can talk about it. Y'all will forget it between then and now, and so I'll just bust out on Instagram with my new specs.
So Boo, where did you get yours done?
I went to Costco.
Costco,
really?
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I went in there, renewed my membership, and went to the optometrist department, got an eye exam. Oh, you talking about from a shot?
Yeah.
I went to the
vaccine.
No, dude, hey, if they did
get a lot of free samples.
No, I went to the Giant over I went to the Giant over near like Mount Vernon Square, like off of 7th and P.
Mm-hmm. So I got the early 8 a.m. call this morning to make my appointment.
Hey y'all.
And so I scheduled mine for Thursday at like a Safeway down on like Mississippi Ave Southeast.
Okay.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring in our chief correspondent for anything political. Mr. Ian Taranje.
What? Ian. What's up, Ian? How you doing, brother?
How you guys doing?
We have 2/3 of the Grande left.
Well, you're doing better than Boo. Right. Starting off.
Yeah, we got Tia in the chat room. I like this. This is good energy, man. I'm chilling. Wait, what'd you just say about me, Marcus?
I said he started off better than you did.
Yeah, I mean, his mute button isn't, I don't know. It happens, man. I had a good 3-week run where I remembered to unmute myself before I talk. 2 weeks at least.
I think you had
at least one.
No. I did at least 2 shows in a row. One
I had to remind you.
No.
Yes. No. I got the receipts.
What's up, Angie? No, yeah. Listen, I'm feeling a little attacked here. I think I need a safe word.
All right, safe
word. My safe word. Because we didn't put this in the notes, but I feel like it's definitely worth talking about because it's something that will probably end up affecting us in some way, shape, or form. My safe word is blockage.
Oh, yes.
Blockage.
You beat me to it. I was going to go with evergreen.
Oh, hey, I think that counts. That's all one word.
All right.
Yeah.
That's all one word. That's your word. That's your word, bro. I think we can share.
Find it.
It's big enough. We can share it, dude.
Evergreen.
Right? Artemis, what's your safe word?
Damn, do I have a safe word?
I mean, you don't necessarily have.
It's always different.
You're gonna need one tonight.
You might every time we don't.
I'm drinking Canalito. What?
Every time we don't do safe words, we wish we had done safe words. So,
right.
Where's my safe word? What will be my?
We can come back to you.
Come back to me. Let me think. Let me think about it. Never had a safe word for anything.
Mine is going to be Catalina.
Okay.
Except, real quick, I need a little decision-making time. Should I do the Aloha Beaches?
Yes.
Or House Rules?
I'm leaning with the Aloha Beaches.
Yeah, I'm going with beaches.
Because I feel like the House Rules is maybe going to be the least offensive of all of them, and so you kind of work your
way
up. Catalina lime mixer. Is
No, we're only
hilarious.
30 minutes in.
And you're
Going on
drunk.
my
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good time.
Nice.
I'm gonna go with jackpot.
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 All
I don't know
right.
why.
I'm into it, man.
Jackpot.
Artemis, we're back to you, bro.
All right, back to me. Maybe like let's see, hoodwinked.
Hoodwinked.
Yeah,
Yes.
hoodwinked.
There you go.
Bamboozled.
Wait,
Hoodwinked. Yeah,
you got to
hoodwinked.
choose one. You got to choose one. They're both good.
Hoodwinked. Hoodwinked.
I like that hoodwink.
If you hear Artemis screaming bamboozle, we'll just stop. All right.
I'm turning my camera off and walking away. Game on. Oh shit. So but yeah, like yeah, so
Was
we didn't
Artemis-
really
Was Artemis telling you guys about the numerous Whammy nominations that he had this year? Were you guys discussing that before I got on air?
we
We're
were
getting-
We were about
trying
to.
we were
We
fighting the
touched on
urge
it.
to talk about how he got robbed because
Yeah.
he didn't win anything,
Bamboozled.
but
And
Well,
hoodwink.
We'll get there. We'll
he's
get
been-
there.
yeah, but we didn't want to start hurling accusations right off the jump.
Nah.
To do an
I would
in-depth
say-
investigation to find out the makeup of the organization and how this whole thing is structured. We didn't want to get ahead of ourselves. We didn't want to get ahead of ourselves,
Chamber.
but it definitely,
I like that.
It's definitely warranting an inquiry. Excuse me.
I definitely would
Remember
like
when
to
I couldn't
live,
say? Remember last week when I couldn't say fetishization? Oh, fuck.
but it's
Can't say it again.
Fetishization.
That's a hard word to say.
Fetishization. God damn it! All right, never mind. I'm sorry.
You know, I
You
took
got it. No, you said it that time. You were good. You said it that time.
There's your safe word, Mark.
You're done for the day.
Here's your safe
Yeah,
word.
that should have
Boo.
been
You
your
have to.
safe word.
You have to say that.
Fetishization.
I'll be done.
Things get really uncomfortable. You're gonna have to-
Fetishization.
What happened to Boo?
Yeah, that one.
We
Tried to
both
say it, just couldn't get it out. Bit off his tongue. It's the craziest thing.
Well, I would say I agree.
You better don't. You better don't. That's hilarious.
Block it.
That's funny.
I agree that Artemis was robbed. I think it's tremendous that you were nominated for so many outstanding works this year. Your output was prolific and great. So I applaud you, my friend. I applaud you.
My theory though is that by this time next year, your work will have had some time to marinate and to spread. You know what I mean? And like, there's no reason why you won't get some love next year. I mean, it's still dope to be nominated for so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much stuff. Yeah.
It's weird. It's like some of that stuff was done years ago, and it just came out last year. Like the Convoluted Collective song I did with my man Ben Tops at 38 North Studios. That was like a bunch of people that got together, and we were able to just so happened to get like some time to go into 38 North Studios and do this project of a song, and that was on the nomination. And then like the stuff with Cold School Band. What you about to say, Marcus?
Didn't that studio win something tonight? Did that win?
I don't. Nah, Bias Studios won, which is a dope studio. Yeah, Bias Studios is crazy. But like stuff like that, the Cold School Band stuff. Shouts to them. They didn't get to win. Definitely shout to them.
Yo, Tia with the shots fired,
I have had. That's 20 years. Yeah, that's about right. 20 years. Yeah. I was going to say 30, but
you've been warned.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to get.
Is this the first time you've done a show with us?
Might be.
I do 2 shows a week with you. How the fuck are you not get this right? Jesus. Are you good?
Exactly. I'm right there with you, Tia.
Donuts.
Suck my donuts.
Oh my.
Suck the donuts. Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. Big glazed, motherfuckers.
Suck those donuts in your yeah. Hoodwink, sorry, hoodwink.
The thing is, so Artemis, not only so you were a finalist for 5 different things, but you were nominated for like 19 different things. I feel like you were nominated for a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah, it was just like a bunch of stuff that, like I said, like some of the stuff was like done a few years ago or a year or two ago, and it just happened to come out in 2020 when like everybody was just trying to fight this pandemic. So I was just talking to my homie about this, and my man Arnell was like, yeah, you know, like with the artist thing, I wondered, it's like, the people who was voting on me did they not see me not enough or something? Because I did I did a rack of stuff that came out last year,
And I
and I
mean,
was
prior
wondering,
to the shutdown, you were
yeah,
gigging. You were trying,
yeah,
you were gigging as much as as much as you could. Like,
right.
I mean, I felt like you were always pushing something. Like,
No, of course, and it's just like the hard work of just putting your stuff out there. Takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of strategy. It takes a lot of just like resources and just building them up over time. It takes a lot. Let me say this though. EXO winning, Counter Over Culture. I said that album should win because like that was an album that spoke to the city, and
You did
EXO.
say
That's
that.
like
You did say
that.
that.
That's one of the that's one of the OGs, man. Like who I seen
Absolutely.
came up. And shouts to Night Train again for winning. I was part of that project.
You produced.
Shout out to
You
Dior.
produced on that.
Yeah, producer. Yeah,
yes, shout out to Dior for
shout
sure.
out to Dior because Dior, she was able to
Yes.
release her stuff and put it out there. So
Yes,
Love
Queen.
Dior. Love Dior.
you know,
So what did she win in? What did she win? Which
I
category?
think she,
Best,
I think she
best
won
hip-hop
best hip
artist.
hop. Yeah, best hip hop
Artist.
artist. Yep.
Now,
I
the
believe it.
DR is an old friend of the show. She was a host a bunch of times with me and Boo way back in the
Man, yeah,
DCS
when she
Club
was
days.
on at Bar Pilar, that was
a
so
great
much
show.
fun.
That was actually the day she started. That was right around when she started the summit.
That was when we first met. That was my first show with her.
Ooh.
That was the first time you met her? Oh,
She was,
dude.
oh man, yeah,
No, before
brilliant.
we started DCS
So
Buck
good.
show, me, Nick Moreland, Deontay, and Dior had a show. They had the show. I was producing it, and it was called The Box Cutter. So I got to meet Dior like kind of behind the scenes for a while before I actually got into her music. And then she was just an awesome human being, or is an awesome human being. So I am happy to see
Yes.
her win. Much like Artemis.
Yeah, of course.
If you're not gonna win, I'd rather have a friend like that win.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Like you
I
just
mean,
get EXO and
Yeah, for sure. And maybe we see about getting them on the show.
I'll reach out to her. We'll reach out to her.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, I
you
mean-
said the only woman nominated too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, man,
that's something I'd like to see the Whammies address next year is getting some
Well,
more female voices.
Like I said, with an independent investigation, we're gonna
Oh,
put together a
Artist.
task force.
I feel like that's something that you guys maybe touched on a little bit on in your show about the Whammies.
The Whammy Jammies.
Yeah.
The Whammy Jammies. Episode 1.14 of the Grande Lock Show.
thank you.
That's right. That's right. Check us out on YouTube. and
I feel like
Facebook.
you guys talked about that, how there were
Yes.
there were a lot fewer female nominations and finalists in this year's Grammys, which is
Disappointing.
yeah.
Eventually, we'll get there. Eventually.
But even in
I
a,
mean, there's
even
so
in a
many
male, even in
female
a
artists
male-dominated,
in the DMV who are so deserving and amazing.
Sure. But even in a male-dominated category, Dior still won. Like she's an amazing artist. She's dope.
yeah,
she-
dope MC.
She's
amazing
a I
MC.
mean, the term "force of nature" gets thrown around.
she's that.
She's
Force of nature. Yes.
Yeah.
So
And she's been on, and the thing is, with Dior, I hadn't seen her for like, golly, for a long time because she was around the same scene I was in, but she was with different people. But I didn't see her like off and on. You dig what I'm saying? So it's good to see her like come up, overall. Like after all these years, I just happened to run into her, and like this is when I was living in Brentwood, and we just happened to like reconnect a little bit. She's been able to do her thing more, and I didn't even know she was doing the DC Music Summit. And so, shouts to that,
Let me ask you this: I have that one song, "Delivery," that she's nominated for. You want me to play like a minute or two of the song? Just
Yeah, go ahead.
Let everybody
Yeah.
feel. Give me a
Yeah, go
second.
ahead.
It's actually loading up right now, so just
Give me a chance to refresh my beverage.
Well, I brought Artemis. We should do more musicians because I brought Artemis's videos on too, so we can take some breaks. So
Yeah, well, yeah, I definitely, we know enough musicians. I'll be more than happy to
I mean, you figure we could for the next 2 years have nothing but musicians on the show, and it'll be fine.
I'll be sick. Oh, before you play that song, let me say this. So, I didn't talk about this before, but I was telling my family that I got nominated, and everybody was like, my my sister actually hit me up on Facebook. She was just like, "Yeah, we're so proud of you, whatever." Like one of my nephews was cheering for me, like, "Go Uncle Artie" and all that. Like,
Uncle Artie.
even afterwards. So
That's what's
my
up.
my mom's just hitting me up, like she's all like, "I'm gonna buy a ticket. I'm gonna watch like the show, or whatever." My sister, and then my sister said something else. She was like, even her high school friends were happy for me. They were like, "Wow, we're proud of you."
That's
So
what's up, man.
that kind of was like, big for me. In the end, I felt like
Awesome.
I remembered that after losing. So I was like, that made me feel good.
Let's use that as for motivation for next year and the year after. So
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, and I
I'm-
mean,
that-
like
that's fine.
before you play that, one of the things I wanted to say earlier is that like, unless the lyrics are something very specific and dated, like you hope that your music is timeless and that's something that you wrote or worked on
Right.
a couple of years ago, even if you didn't publish it. It's good music is going to keep.
right.
So
Right.
it could be something that you did 5 years ago, but if it's unheard by
Right.
the general, it don't matter. So I like that. Like I said, I think that's part of the thing that maybe it plays in your favor. Come next year.
Maybe you're in the eyes of everybody now, and then next year
That many nominations, dude. You're gonna break through that. You're gonna crack through that ceiling. It's just a matter of time. So
I mean, as much as you hustle, I know you can do it. So
Yeah, we'll see, man. Like right now, it's all fresh. I'm still trying to wrap my head around like what went right and what went wrong. But yeah, we'll see, man. Time will tell. More stuff is going to be coming out this year. So.
And we got some videos from Artemis, so we'll play it so everybody gets people.
yeah. Hey, Marcus, and one more thing before you play that video, let me do the quick call to action. For those of y'all just tuning in or that have been watching us for a while, please do us a favor and like and share on all of your favorite podcast streaming platforms, on Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits, on Twitter at DC Misfits. YouTube is the District of Misfits show, Twitch, District of Misfits, and please support us by going to crushingdc.com and purchasing some of our wares. Marcus, take it away.
Word. All right, guys, we're gonna play a little bit of D.R. Brown. This is one of her songs she was nominated for. So see you on the flip.
For the truth since an adolescent. Been a lesson in the stressing. Who's my descendant? I'm black, Latino, Asian, and Anglo. Fuck, I'm a Django. Listen to my Django. You know my identity. Been in anonymity. Dating enough black for the century. Still looking like an enemy. Cause I wrote my curls like a centerpiece. I came from everywhere in the Middle East. I'm mentally unable to take in your fable. So I rock mics like Mabel. Pimp words like stable. Mama do remember Medusa. Now these snakes is all lace. Frontin' all up in my face. I tell you if it's grade A, Mayday. Week to week, your payday. How I catch that relay. Out the cradle, but you still can't enable. To knock your sister down, I'ma get down, get down. I'ma get down, go get down, get down. I'ma get down, go get down, get down. I'ma get down. Your Constitution, no resolution. It's your illusion, your confusion. My mind, you won't prosper too. I'm gonna get the loot. I'm gonna call the truth. For the youth, can the troops. For the youth and you for the boo. And so much to digesting. Can't eat that beeswax. None of what you hear, half of what you see. Is it really real? What do you believe? What can you conceive? If they out to deceive, make it harder to achieve. So you switch to flaxseed, hoping you survive long enough to make it reach. All while they twisting what you practice, what you preach. So you go and grab a peach, cause it's all you can eat and consume to your doom. Now you on the upper room vroom. They forgot about it, think a lot about it. Get your legacy against this currency on autopilot. So I need you to be about it, about it.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Dude.
That's dope.
She's so badass, yo. She's so
I really like your song,
Vernacular.
Yeah, I love that fucking song.
That's your fetishization. Ooh, how you like me? How you like me now?
I love how she's smudging the Capitol with.
Dude, I was like, you need a whole lot more sage than that, lady. Let me tell you, like. But yeah, that's just so good with the makeup and
so good, so good.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to get her on the show.
I feel like Game represents Game. She is like a real artist. She's
Dude,
a real wordsmith. Like she has the substance, and she's got undeniable, unique style, and she's the whole package. I love her, and she's also a beautiful soul. She's a beautiful.
And there's a great when she walks in the room. There's a presence about her.
Dude, I want to see her on. I want to see her on your show. I want to see her on Grande Lock. I would love this a conversation between the four of y'all.
Okay.
Like I would be. Woo,
that would be awesome.
Like, okay. As much as I would love to have her on here,
we're plotting and planning. We're looking to do more. We're looking to do more interview and bringing artists in to kind of like pick apart the music with the artist, and maybe also kind of give some of these local artists an opportunity to pick their own classic that they want to review like later in the show. So I do think that's going to be. I think that's going to be a really fun change to the format.
Season 2, Grande Lock.
Season 2, Grande Lock. We're about to record
we'll level
the
up
season 1 finale. We're about to record the season 1 finale on Wednesday, and then we're deep in planning for season 2.
Yeah. See, you gave it all away. We were supposed to make that a surprise, man. We're supposed to make that a surprise, man. You gave it all away.
The surprise is who's coming in.
Surprise,
motherfucker.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. Tell you the plans. Damn it.
I mean, there's still plenty of time for a curveball, so you know.
That's true. You never know. But we definitely did discuss this, and we're gonna try to test it out, man. With quite a few people. Some of the albums that we listened to last year, that didn't make the show, we talked about it. It was like, yeah, the folks that we know that are around the way we want to bring on the show, we already have them in line. They're in the chamber, and we're gonna make that happen. So, hell yeah.
At the end of the day, the show is about elevating great hip hop. It's not about tearing shit down. It's about elevating what we think is really, really good, worthwhile hip hop from people who know from hip hop. And there's so much talent in the DMV, so many great hip hop artists. Right. And so we want to give as much shine to, however few people are in the audience as of now, but
I mean, you guys gotta start somewhere. And
but you guys are trending upwards.
Y'all are about to have a whole season of quality content under your belts, and so that is definitely something to be proud of.
I mean, they're on YouTube now, so you can find Grande Lock on YouTube. You got it on the Facebook page. We're going to keep expanding to TikTok, Artemis, and Twitter, Ian.
Yeah, podcast platforms, all podcast platforms.
So we're working on that. Yeah, we're getting there.
More than a few podcast platforms, so it's getting.
Goddamn, Apple Music takes forever.
I know.
Of course.
So Marcus, I'm not like on the ins, and I'm not up on the ins and outs of how you go about getting us on all these. I mean,
if you were in the studio, most of you see it.
You don't have to roast me, motherfucker. I'll be up in that bitch tomorrow. How you like it now?
Whoa.
I don't have any
hoodwinked.
I'm single.
Damn. Blockage.
I'm staying away from that conversation. Oh.
getting warm in here.
A lot of heat. A lot of heat.
I like the lighting. I like the lighting, Boo. I like the lighting, Boo. You look like the demon from The Exorcist. Remember where they flash his face like for like a 16th of a second in that movie?
I was kind of going for more of a Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light, but I'm gonna put it on anyways because it's so sexy. But that's cool too.
That's funny.
Like that's cool too.
And
I like The Exorcist.
A little bit of a demonic look, but
well, my name is Damon. My name
is
is Damon too, so I'm nailing this on all levels. And this is the second time today that The Exorcist has come up in conversation. So there must.
I live near The Exorcist. So if you all
something right, and Marcus lives around the corner from where that shit actually happened.
Come
so
on
this
down.
This is all coming one very full creepy circle. But we're damn.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, I got better teeth than him. but only slightly. That's why I have the red lights. You can't see how yellow my teeth are.
Yeah.
Self roast. Anyway.
I'm a coffee and red wine drinker, so I do my best.
Put the bottle in the lotion.
Oh, dude, if you're red, I have like red wine phases, and yeah, that shit is punishing. Like,
right.
I got.
I too have red wine phases, and they tend to be what are called days.
Life. I had a red wine phase. It's called life.
It was called yesterday, today, tomorrow.
in ad infinitum. Is that right? Ad
infinitum.
Ad infinitum.
Good job, Boo.
You know.
So
I can't say fetishization, but I can say.
Oh,
there it is.
See, you had it earlier. You had it earlier.
Yay.
All right, let's do shots.
Oh man, I don't have any hard liquor.
I'll
finish this beer.
Yeah.
Aloha beaches.
I'm rocking a Dancing Days. Shout out to Atlas Brew Works.
I'm rocking
Dancing
a Red
Days
Bull
Pale Ale.
yellow.
I like that brewery.
But you know what I'm doing, Bill.
Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's not water in that fucking pitcher.
Buy cheap vodka, make good vodka.
Can you make a funnel out of that and put beer in it?
I mean, why?
Marcus is spinning straw into gold, man. Don't you know? He's our Rumpelstiltskin of booze.
So stupid.
Artemis, write that down. That's a verse, man.
I'm good.
Don't you have like a notebook?
I'm not
like Eminem.
I'm not writing. I'm not writing that down.
I'm gonna start Ghost
Rider. That fly.
2021 Crushing Boo, Ghost Rider. Oh, Marcus, I love the tag you had at the beginning of the show with the music and stuff, but you got to make Crushing Boo all one word.
All one word.
Fuck you guys.
All one word.
Come on now.
No, dude, but it was awesome.
I'm joking.
It was awesome. I loved it, dude. Like, it made me feel really good. Like, it's so. I'm like, ooh, who's Crushing Boo? Oh, this music. I was like bopping along. I've made so much shit.
I didn't realize that was you.
I'm starting. No. It's that I've like. You crank like, not like I'm somebody that's like cranking out music all the time, but like I've made enough music that has gone into the file, as we call it, that like I'm like, oh yeah, like it's getting to that point now. I'm feeling good about it. And like, speaking of, you were talking about me writing some go-go to like use for like podcast intro music, and I had like this moment. I've been working on this one project this week that like started off on my iPad and GarageBand and stuff. And then like, you cannot make go-go in a digital format without a live bass. You could fake it with some of the drums. You can fake it with some of the percussion with, how you, depending on how you mix stuff. I mean, just nothing is going to be, ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
Yeah,
but you can at least sort of like, I figured out a way to kind of sort of fake it with the drums, but like the bass, like when I actually got to the point where I went to plug my bass in, because the shit that I was fucking with on the keys there was just like flat. It was soulless. And then I was like, half a bottle of bourbon and a few beers in, and plugged my bass in and got in the pocket and was just like thumping. And I'm like, this is what the fuck this shit's missing. So I'm looking forward to springing that on you this week, dude.
Ooh,
All right,
Very nice.
So
Very nice.
I'm going to share something from last week's episode.
Wait, there's more. I call the track Della What. I'm not even playing, dude. I'm not even joking. It's called Della What.
All right, so I'm going to share the thing for Caroline's event coming up. Bill, you want to give a little info on it? Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
The driving. Yeah.
Yeah, man, dazed and amused. The National Cannabis Festival is doing a drive-in event on the grounds of RFK, as you can see by the flyer there, Saturday, April 17th. And they're going to be showing How High. It's a double feature. They're going to show How High and The Big Lebowski. I'm going to be buying tickets for this. I decided I'm going to go. Sarah and I are going to go. She's never seen Big Lebowski. I don't know if she's ever seen
What?
How High either, but like
What?
it's a generational thing. It's nothing. It's not out of spite or anything, but
it happens.
This is the advantages of dating a millennial. Like I get a chance to share my world.
Was that we were going to maybe do a little bit of a show.
Well, I think initially talking about it, we're doing that. I think what we should do is this week we should get our tickets, support the cause, and then stake out, and then formulate the plan on how we're going to do it, because it's going to be that's in like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks.
So, but yeah, we got to figure out how we'll pull that off, because that's going to require some
finagling.
Yes.
Y'all ain't got to worry about it. I got to figure it out.
Well, we got to help you finagle shit. Here's the thing, you might be doing all of the technical work, but I mean, I'll still do the labor. Like, I'll fucking carry shit, drive shit, set shit up,
fair.
fucking,
We need to figure out how we're gonna watch it together. Are we getting
coil cables and shit? Like,
we still gotta get a flatbed.
Gotta get a flatbed truck. We gotta rent that shit.
Can we rent a flatbed?
Yeah, flatbed. Yeah, we get it from U-Haul.
We're gonna go like ESPN Sports Center style, like with fucking motherfuckers in the background.
You can get it from fucking Home Depot. Home Depot
signs and shit. I'm into it. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Good idea.
So on to some shit that's like a little bit more serious. Like we didn't talk about it. I feel like we should, because again, I feel like it's some shit that's going to affect us. Like, everybody, what are y'all thoughts on this whole fucking Suez Canal like situation? Because it's 10% of the world's trade, and like I saw a stat that was like it's a $9.6 billion loss every day that canal is not funcking.
Suez Canal. I didn't hear about this. Hold on a second.
Crazy.
It's been on about 2 weeks now.
Has it been that long?
It's been a week.
It hasn't been a week.
Yeah,
I think so. It happened. Who bing that shit, Marcus?
Marcus.
I'm looking at this shit now.
At 51 minutes 20 seconds. Mark it down. Bing that shit.
I wonder if I heard about this in passing. I just didn't pay attention because I usually
this giant cargo ship got blown aground while going through the canal and ended up turning sideways, blocking off the entire canal. And it's they're trying to dig it out. They're saying it's going to take weeks. They may have to unload it in order to get it to be light enough to maybe possibly float it out. Don't quote me on this, but I thought maybe it was a joke. I'm not sure, but they were talking about maybe blowing it up. That seems a little excessive. And you're just making more shit to have to clear out of there. But
how did it get to this point? Like, how did it happen? Actually,
they said
there's something high winds or something, right?
Yeah, high winds through apparently it's really difficult to get through there. The winds are really strong. It's a caravan type situation, so you can only go as fast as the boat in front of you. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And
That's
so
crazy.
I actually didn't share this with you, but I saw a TikTok, a video of a guy who has been a cargo ship officer. And he was saying that the fucking people that run the Suez Canal are corrupt. If you can imagine that.
What?
Everyone is corrupt everywhere. So
What?
I'm just like, oh, shock. And so and apparently there's like, you have to have their approved people pilot your ship through this canal. And if you don't pay them or show respect, was what the term that the guy used. If you don't show your respect by way of like, cartons
Money.
of cigarettes or like, no, he specifically as an example used cartons of cigarettes or free goods that like, it could cause, you problems or whatever. And so he was like, the dude that was on this ship, the captain is definitely probably going to prison for some just fucking shit up. Like they gotta throw somebody under the boat as opposed to the bus. Oh no.
Or the bridge.
But like, so, and I mean, for those of y'all that don't know, the Suez Canal is in Egypt. It's a path. It's a canal between the Mediterranean Sea and the Indian Ocean. Is that what the fuck that is? Can we bing a map?
Hold, please.
Persian Gulf, isn't it?
But it basically saves motherfuckers from having to travel all the way around Africa.
Yeah, Mediterranean Sea and the Indian Ocean.
Yeah. So without the Suez Canal, if you were in Southeast Asia and you wanted to get some shit to Europe, you would have to sail all the fucking way around Africa, the Cape of Good Hope, and all that fucking shit to get to Europe.
Damn.
Where instead it's problematic, bro.
Yeah, well, it's the same deal. It's the same deal. It's the same deal with Panama Canal. It's like if you want to get from the Atlantic to the Pacific, you can either go
sail around South America,
around the tip of South America, or you go through the Panama Canal. But it seems like maybe we have a little more clearance in the Panama Canal. I guess I don't know. I also think it's a major oil shipping into Europe as well, not just goods from Southeast Asia, but oil and petroleum. And so, it's really gonna fuck up European economics. It's probably gonna make a lot of goods more expensive in Europe, which is all in a globalized economy. Well, shit rolls downhill, and we're on that hill.
Well, what I heard, I was watching Bill Maher earlier today, and apparently QAnon people think it has a bunch of kids for Hillary.
What?
That's one of their new things.
They finally got to the bottom of it.
They think that vote has little kids for Hillary and her people to molest.
Oh, in the shipping containers?
Yeah,
Finally
in the shipping containers. That's why I got stuck.
Dude, so
they are such cornballs.
HBO Max has a Q docuseries that just came out.
Yeah.
I watched the first 2 episodes are out. I watched them today. And these motherfuckers are just like really fucking insecure people that just want attention.
Right.
The amount of damage that they're doing is horrific. It's as horrific as it is laughable.
But it's still.
But it's all the one thing that all these motherfuckers have in common is that they are all awkward people that just want to be the center of attention. And this is a game that has now manifested into something that is bigger than all of them. It's like way out of fucking control.
Well, Bill,
I'm really curious to see where this series is going to go. I don't know how many parts it's going to be or whatever, but
there's a documentary on Vice. It's a 3-part series. And it breaks it down. It's like they find the people who kind of like started the whole thing, and they're like, "We did this as a joke,
right?"
And it exploded into this.
Well, do you remember a few shows ago? A few shows ago, Marcus, I was telling y'all that I listened to Reply All. They had a series about cults, and they did a whole bunch of stuff about NXIVM or whatever. But then the next thing that they did was this series about QAnon, and they interviewed all the people that are in that HBO series, And the one guy was like, yeah, dude, we think Q was this one person, but then all of a sudden other people started posting as Q, and it just sort of like
it snowballed.
It's snowballed. And like it's one of those things that is literally just bigger than all of them now.
So ultimately, QAnon is more symptom than disease. The disease has just been like a long-term generational deterioration of public trust in basic institutions. And to be fair, many institutions have proven unworthy of that trust. But you have created a situation where it's like you can't trust the government.
Right.
You can't trust the media. You can't trust academics. You can't trust these people. You can't trust people with college degrees. You can't trust college professors. You can't trust Hollywood actors. You can't, it's like
so in line with that,
people you can't trust. And of course, always the person saying you can't trust these people, that's the one you actually can't trust.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So in line with what you were just saying, like because so before QAnon, there was conspiracy theories were a thing, right?
David Icke.
Like they existed before that.
Icke.
And so basically what they did was they basically consolidated every fucking conspiracy under one big tent. Like, because when I said this in reference to when I watched that Reply All podcast, the sex trafficking thing, like, I mean, that is a cause that everybody can get behind. Like, that shit's fucked up. That shit's wrong. There's not a single fucking decent person that's out there saying that, like, this is okay. Where the QAnon shit fucking goes off the rails is this whole, like, assumption that Trump is the fucking savior.
Yeah.
That Donald fucking Trump, Mr. I'm boys with Jeffrey Epstein, was like, he's gonna fucking bring all the pedophiles to fucking, into the light and prosecute them and, like, no. And then the whole lizard people and this fucking baby sacrificing shit, like, it just all fucking goes off the cliff. You had me at child sex trafficking. If the whole thing was like anti-sex like, that's our movement, that's the cornerstone of our thing, like, without all that other fucking crazy shit, then I could get down. But everything else is just so deep.
There's also the influence of the internet, which allows it allows two things. It allows like-minded people to connect, and it also allows the proliferation of conspiracy theories. You can sell your conspiracy theories to conspiracy-minded people, easily persuadable, gullible people, and all of a sudden you created like a flash fire, almost like a forest fire that it's out of control before you even can do anything about it. And so it proliferates and it brings people together. And I think we saw a lot of that on January 6th, where a lot of these conspiracy-minded people were manipulated by, a lot of
bullshit,
a lot of right wing,
dude, it's a grift.
Government,
it's a grift, dude. There's somebody making money. All the QAnon merch. When you see the fucking merch shit, like, somebody is getting fucking paid off of all that fucking shit, and that person doesn't give a fuck about protecting children or whatever, dude. Like, that shit is a massive fucking grift. And like, when you see the people in this documentary, when you see the Reply All podcast, when you see these people, you're just like, you motherfuckers are sociopaths. Y'all are just desperate. And you're sitting in your fucking basement. You can't do anything but be on the fucking computer. And so you hate the world. You hate your life. You hate yourself. You hate women. You hate everything that's not like you and shit. And so you're just going to fucking sow dissent. And at the very, very least, there's one dude that was on there where, like, maybe he doesn't believe in any of that shit, but he's just all about this platform. Like, I'm hosting it. I believe in freedom of speech, for better or for worse. And my platform is where that shit's going to thrive. And it's literally everything from child pornography to super Christian to super racist to super conspiracy fucking shit. So like it's fucking nuts, man.
So Lou, have you heard of David Icke before? So before the internet,
say it again.
David Icke, he's an author.
No.
So I read a book probably when I was like 18, so like 24 years ago, and it was this book right here. And I got through half of it, and I was kind of like freaked out because, much like QAnon, they make a lot of things make sense, but then they just throw in like all these weird things. Like this is the guy that created the lizard people idea, and then like so basically he's like a lot of the QAnon shit comes from this guy. This is actually a picture of him.
That's so scary how quickly you were able to bing that, Marcus. You need to fucking delete your search history after the show.
Well, I know. I mean, I watched a lot of these guys' videos like over the time, like because you know me, I like to hate watch them. I watch Fox News. I like to watch QAnon for hours because I need to see how fucking twisted these people are, and it kind of makes me
pretty
like,
fucking twisted.
And I'm like, some nights I'm on YouTube for hours, and I'm like, oh my god, I can see where insecure, weak people can follow this shit. Well, I
can tell you pretty much how it happens. I mean, you know, I come from a very evidence-based world where you have to move, you have to show A to B to C to D before you can get to E. You can't just, you know, you can't skip over steps.
Ian, tell the people a little bit about. I'm sorry, just real quick for people that don't know you that are watching the show. Tell a little bit about yourself. Tell them what you do.
Immigration lawyer, asylum cases, mostly Central American asylum cases, almost exclusively. Although now I'm getting into some Haitian asylum cases too. Also a jazz musician. Artemis and I are in Lucky So and So's together. DC Jazz Hip Hop super group.
Now you made me look that up.
Right on. So yeah, you were saying. I'm sorry.
So you know, I think what they do is they'll pull one or two threads of truth, but then spin them into sort of like unreasonable and unrealistic conclusions from just those two pieces of evidence. And
it makes it that much more credible because they've used those two little threads, right?
Right.
So the people are like, well, this is true, so therefore this other stuff must be true as well.
Right.
Yeah. And also, you know, and there's you know, I go back to a point I was making earlier. It's almost like cultural grooming to like to distrust institutions. Again, many of whom deserve distrust, but like being done for very cynical and kind of like profitable reasons. And you know, and so you've had this sort of generational poisoning of the public well, and you know, here we are now dealing with QAnon. 20-30 years ago, QAnon would have been maybe some chat room on AOL and like, you know,
oh god,
there's no, but they don't have any kind of power, they don't have any kind of sway, they don't have any kind of influence in the culture. But now the way that we can disseminate information has proliferated so much, and you have global conspiracies, and you know, look,
so you're saying this shit would have never happened. It would have never happened if we still had dial-up. That's what you're saying.
Well, no, hold on. Let me.
Harder.
Hold on. Let me say this real quick because I was listening to y'all talk for a second.
You know, you're part of
one thing.
Actually.
I know. I'm just saying. I was like listening to y'all because I had something to say earlier, but I was like, nah, I want to see what y'all are going to say first. But one thing the one thing I always looked at it was like, you know, with conspiracy theories, all you gotta do is weaponize fear with people, especially people who are gullible, and make them follow. Because if you think about everybody that's been like a conspiracy theorist that has a book, they're in like the Marriott Hotel selling their book and acting like somebody's still after them. And you're just like, they're like in like the Hilton Suites, chilling, like, oh yeah, somebody's after me. Like, but I'm gonna chill in this penthouse and be okay and sell this book. It's like nobody's after you, you selfish motherfucker.
so the one of the things that they were saying in this documentary is that like the whole ritual sacrifice of children, that is apparently a tactic that has been used many times throughout, like, you know, throughout history. Like the British even used it as a propaganda tactic against the Germans during World War One. Like saying that, like, you know, they were going to sacrifice babies and that type of shit. So like it's like a trope, you know, kind of thing. It's just something really easy that like people latch onto and then just run fucking wild. I'll be curious to like I'm actually really mad that this this is a series that comes out weekly, because as of late I get like super into this type of shit, and so I kind of I wish I could binge watch like fucking 8 episodes straight and just really fry my brain on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
whatever happened to Anonymous?
Dude, they even talk about Anonymous in this. They even talk about Anonymous in this series and how
I think it's a
they fucking evolved, and like they went from like this, you know, hacktivist organization to sort of like this weird, ambiguous, like watered down thing where, like, you know, you motherfuckers hack the Federal Reserve, and people are like, why aren't y'all canceling student debt? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if y'all can do all this shit. If y'all can do all this shit with a keystroke, I mean, they also do mention in the show that like there was like a massive crackdown and like a bunch of motherfuckers around the world got arrested.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Somebody got caught.
Clarify.
Somebody got caught and snitched.
You're saying that like Anonymous, like QAnon came out of Anonymous, or no?
No. Oh, that'd be bad. Oh, that'd be terrible if that happened.
No. But like there was sort of almost a side-by-side comparison to, because just speaking about like being anonymous on the web in that context where but this shit is just really how when you start looking into how QAnon came about, it makes the whole thing seem fucking silly.
I mean, the pandemic
and silly is a terrible word to use because of the fact that it's become such a dangerous phenomenon. And they're building up to the first episode kind of gave you like a glimpse. It starts off at the riots and, you know, the insurrection or whatever, and then they backtrack to the beginning of it. So like I'm sure by the final episode it's going to be everything leading up to that and January 6th, and, you know, maybe a little bit of the aftermath or what have you.
Can I get people? Hold on. About, is that your drink I smell? That fruitiness? Holy shit! There's these guys.
Aloha beaches.
Holy shit!
What's this one?
Val's gonna have the worst sugar hangover.
Oh, this is. It's like a car air freshener. The tree. That's exactly what it fucking smells like.
That's funny.
So
shit.
I don't know if y'all have been noticing that, like, my face keeps a little bit grimacing every time I try to drink it.
That sucks.
Don't let it get warm, Val.
Like,
fuck that.
See, you guys probably wouldn't know this unless you had like sisters back in the 80s. There was like a strawberry shortcake lip balm that was like strawberry scented. This is what it tastes like. And I don't like it.
I can smell
I'm gonna muck through it because it's already open.
I kissed some girls who had that lip balm. I kissed
Val, you gotta poke a hole in it.
Yeah, give it.
You gotta poke a hole in the bottom.
Shotgun that bitch.
You know exactly what that smell is, right?
I guess that's what the whole studio.
I know what that smell is. I know what
that's funny.
I don't enjoy it.
The whole studio smells like that weird shit
because it's already open.
God damn! You want some vodka for that?
It's the smell of high school desperation.
Oh man, dude.
Wait,
is she really going out with
mine?
him?
Of course.
Is she really going out with him?
I think you should drink this instead.
It's so bad.
All right, so I'm gonna take this moment and do a quick call to action. We appreciate.
I'm gonna get a drink.
Yeah. Oh Lord! Oh God! Oh God!
Why don't you do a call of action and we'll share one of Artemis's videos?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a call of action. Marcus, go put on a helmet, dude. Maybe get your mouth guard in too, dude. It's about to get brutal up in there. So if you are watching, please like and share us on all of your favorite podcast streaming platforms. Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits. On Twitter, we are at DC Misfits. YouTube, the District of Misfits Show. Twitch, District of Misfits Show. It's all one word.
Mm-hmm.
And go to Crushing DC, and you can find wonderful accoutrement like what I'm wearing on my head and support our cause. We'd really appreciate that. Get DC as fuck up in this piece.
Artemis, what do you want me to play?
Whatever you feeling, man.
I'm gonna play.
Actually,
what?
You like that song? All right, we can play it.
I love that song.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I mean, we got that. Yeah, play that.
All right.
How long is it? Like 3 minutes?
It's about 2.5, 3. Yeah, I'm about to say.
Perfect. Everybody go get your drinks.
Word.
Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up in the sauna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up with your mama. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm paid up to the commas. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. They need my services. The distraction see my urgentness. Behind the scenes, not half as nice. Paparazzi saw me the sacrifice. Need protocol. Last name Weinstein, Dolezal. You see, likely overall, gonna need a lawyer who's a publicist. No need on rushing it. Good and bad press need a touch of it to boost the ratings. Baby, I'm saving the company. Say they're gonna pay me out. And lately they cuffing me. Yeah, right. You know I didn't touch no draws. All that brace work, ducking it all up, chucking them gone from the headlines. Yeah, they won't specify. Hush money and the politics testify. Thought you had it down now with your famous scene. Online I became a meme saying, cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up in the sauna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up with your mama. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm paid up to the commas. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. You wanna work? Do what I say. I birth careers, you must obey. Louis C.K. style, just revealing the wealth. It's no joke, they tear me down, killing myself. Acting strange with the acting shameless. Nine ain't safe being black and famous. In fact, they wicked, a trap that's basic. You can't beat the case, retracting statements. A full-on plan while dropping the intel. New fan base getting prized from incels and inbreds who like incest. Keep supporting those ideas for life now on the portion, nah. Companies say they just retired me. Knew my steeds from the day they just hired me. Probably need to save face, the public opinion. Making dollars, sever the tension, Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up in the sauna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up with your mama. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm paid up to the commas. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up in the sauna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm laid up with your mama. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna making money off the drama while I'm paid up to the commas. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna. Hold up. Cancel me if you wanna.
Yeah.
Yo,
Hey.
That Louis C.K. line was fire, bro.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I was like, you said Louis C.K. and I was like, where's he going with this? You said feeling myself. I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was trying to embody the whole concept of being canceled, the whole I've had a lot of talks with people about cancel culture and the ins and outs of it. I feel like it's called for, but there is a bottom out of it too, where it's I feel like there's a certain area of cancel culture where it's judging others to a point where people can't correct themselves. And I was just playing with the whole idea of the whole morality aspect of it, where it was like, well, it could be, I could just like take that whole embodiment of it. So I'm talking about stuff like, like Richard Dolezal, Weinstein, like the Louis C.K. thing. I was like, that was a hard line for me to land when I first wrote it, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna say this part. And I didn't want to. I didn't want to throw Cosby in there because that's such a big topic. But I did say the black and famous part was kind of like going towards that. You dig what I'm saying?
Well, like the thing about Louis C.K. is that like some people think that like he got canceled because of like his comedy, and it's like no, he got canceled for like whipping his dick out and like on an unwelcomed situation. So like, and I loved his comedy. Like I like he doesn't. He's a divorced father. You know what I'm saying? He's got jokes that I can totally fucking relate to, like on that tip. But like,
now does he come back?
I don't believe that Louis C.K. has made.
I mean, but do you think he's going to come back? That's what I'm saying. Is he one to be able to come back?
Who knows?
Now Weinstein isn't coming back. Someone like that's not coming back.
No.
But I mean, if you're just jerking off in public,
well, let me ask y'all. Well, let me ask y'all a question, because like, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so I feel like there's two sides to cancel culture. There's the cancel culture when some shit happens in the moment and people are like, yo, we need to shut your fucking ass down. And then there's the cancel culture of the like, oh, we found out you did this shit back in the fucking day.
Right.
And we got to fucking shut you down for that shit. So the question that I have for y'all, because this is a very diverse panel here. I feel like, what do you think it's possible for redemption, or do you think it's possible for people to evolve and change and like, yeah, I did this shit when I was 19 and I was a fucking asshole and this and that, but like it's 20 years later and I have seen the light and don't believe in any of that shit anymore right now? You know what I mean? Do you believe it's possible for people to renounce that type of shit?
Well, what you just said, like if people, even with politicians, if they come out and say like, oh, you had this policy 20 years ago, or you did shit when you were 19 and you're 40, you need to be like, hey, that's what I was 20 years ago. I was a fuck up. I acted like an asshole. If you just own it, I feel like people like give you a little bit more props. Like, all right, you were fucking 19, or you were a young senator, and you changed the way you are because you have progressed and you've learned and you've grown. You're not that piece of shit from before. I think if people just own it, it's a lot better.
Yeah,
it's all about accountability. I think, like, if you're willing to like acknowledge and accept that, like, you fucked up, like, or that you've like evolved. Like you were a certain way at some point, and and you're like, you know what, I realize the error of my ways, and like,
because I mean, for better or for worse, we've all grown and changed in one direction or another, just from from the time from the time you're 18 and you have your first. You're an adult, and you just from there, from 18 to 38.
Yeah,
that's a pretty.
I mean, like, you would hope that like you have some sort of like I'd be concerned about somebody who like still like still banged on the same drum that they were banging 20, 30 years ago. Like I'd be a little concerned about like if I still believed the same things that I believed when I was 18 years old, like through my life experiences, like I'd be a little worried about that person. You want to make sure you want to believe that somebody is going to like
change, like
evolve and like change based on their experiences.
Artemis, what were you going to say?
No, I was just say, but that's the thing. Like if people are correcting their ways like 20 years later, and there are people going back and digging through their history and just trying to find something to cancel them out. Sometimes it's like, okay, I kind of feel like that's digging a little too much sometimes, because I feel like if you're always canceling somebody's going to cancel your ass one day, and then you're not gonna know what to do with that. So I kind of feel like it's needed for certain people who keep abusing their power. If they've been doing it for 20 years, get there.
Like Weinstein, yeah.
Yeah, you doing shit like that? Yeah, get his ass, make him pay for that. But if they just like if they fucked up like once here and there, and they was like, all right, I need help. I found help. Boom, I'm on the right path. I've been cool for this many years. I acknowledge my fuck up, and people are just like, oh yeah, remember when you fucked up? Did you fix yourself? You're like, yeah, sure, I did. They're like, nah, we don't believe you. Still gonna cancel you. That kind of shit. That kind of fucks with me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, all of us in this room could say that we had something that we did at 18 that we are not a fan of today. Like, that would not age well.
Sure. I mean, even like my mindset from like what I believed in,
I would definitely have grabbed 18-year-old me by the shoulders and shook him a couple times. Yeah. Maybe not like super hard, but like
I would have shook me
a couple times. I've been like, bruh. But yo, actually, so Angie in the comments to answer your question, Pepe Le Pew was always a fucking creep. That cat didn't want nothing to fucking do with him. That cat didn't want nothing to fucking do with him, and the motherfucker never got the fucking message, and he was wrong.
Okay? So here's the thing: is that
he was wrong?
Yes, but if you look at the cartoons. Like you watch the cartoons, if you really think about it, like the reason why she didn't like him and the reason why most people didn't like him is because of his smell. Because he was Le Pew. He was a stinky fucking. So
that's like, justification for him to be
No, I'm saying
hypersexually aggressive. Like
no. Okay. I'm saying is that she didn't enjoy him because he stunk. When he had there's I mean, the cartoon is not right. I'm saying, but like the story behind it was that when he put perfume on himself, then she was like, I love him. And like he didn't want, and he was like afraid of her like affections. It's like it was a weird dynamic. And it was
is that an actual episode?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like having this weird flashback now where like really he gets like doused in like perfume or some shit.
And then she like loves him again because like she's like really attracted to him because he doesn't have the skunky smell. I mean, the whole thing is fucked up, but like I don't know. I mean, we watched it. Like
I remember that with him. I remember him chasing her. You remember him chasing her, and he stops and breaks the fourth wall and goes, "Le bow, le wow." That is the one Pepe Le Pew thing I have never fucking forgotten. Like
that's funny.
That's fucking genius. That stuff is great.
I mean, it was just. I'm not trying to say. That,
I know.
Like,
Val. I know.
You don't understand. You don't understand. What I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that like. There shouldn't have like any sort of affection like that. Like
his advances might have been perceived differently had his hygiene been of a different.
Right, and it was also like the fucking 80s. Like there was just
a lot of different. Those cartoons are from like the 60s, yo.
60s. Yeah, that's
okay. So yes, you're right. But I was watching them in the 80s.
Our parents watched those cartoons, like
yes, but like I watched them in the 80s, maybe late 70s, and so like I watched them and I was like, wow, that guy's a creep.
All right.
Like Pepe Le Pew is a creep.
Mon chéri.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna play a clip. I'm gonna play a clip from Dave Chappelle. This is from the 90s. I'm gonna play this clip real quick.
You ever watch like a cartoon that you used to watch when you were little as an adult? That shit is wild shit. Some wild shit. I mean, like I was with my nephew. We sitting there, we watching Pepe Le Pew, and I say to my nephew, I say, now pay attention to this guy because he's funny. I used to watch him when I was little. And we watched Pepe Le Pew, and I'm old now. I'm looking like, good God, what kind of fucking rapist is this guy? Like, take it easy, Pepe. My nephew was sitting there cracking up. Hee. See, sometimes you gotta take the pussy like Pepe. Like, no.
Can we talk about this? First of all, shout out to the subtitles.
Right, that's the only video I can find on that real quick.
So Sheena made a point. She said, even at a young age, I knew that there was no consent and it was wrong. Yes, and that was the message that like there was no consent. The cat did not consent, and it was wrong. So like,
cat was like, "Fuck off me, dude."
I don't know. Like in my perception as a child, I was like, wow, that guy's super creepy, and like Pepe Le Pew is creepy, and like that is not okay. So I don't know. I mean, I don't 100% feel that it should be canceled, because I think it like gave a message, like it was not okay. Like his advances were not okay, and she was like, "Get away from me," and that is not okay.
So wait, but this is the thing that got me. He's a skunk trying to get on a cat.
Right.
Why can he not tell? Wait, hold on.
Because every episode she had a, like, for whatever reason, she got like a white thing painted on her back, right?
See, and that was my next point. There is paint. So I guess the funk from Pepe Le Pew with his funky non-washing ass self thought like the paint smelled great to him. So he's like trying to get with the cat and like hoping the paint and was Master Funk on him. I don't know. I used to think that was crazy.
Top to bottom,
like,
man. Top to bottom. He
Artemis, that's another song for you, Artemis. Pepe Le Pew.
No.
We're gonna have a whole album for you ready to go after this.
Why y'all keep giving me songs to do, man? That's weird. That's weird.
Put me to work.
Hey man, we're on your team. We're on your team.
I know, but y'all just give me
Sheena and Una and Reggie.
Yeah,
What's up,
thank you guys.
Sheena,
we appreciate y'all tuning in. Man, okay, so wow, I love that this Artemis. You know what I was just thinking about during the break when we were playing your song? Is the track you did with Reese, aka Double Plus, aka Splurgin', Gasoline Tears. That track is one of my favorite. Like, just I fucking love that fucking jam, dude. Like, I wish I had the forethought during pre-production to try to find it, because I would love to.
What is it? Artist, you want to say?
It's dang. So I got to dig for it now.
Yeah, you got it's an old jam, dude. It's from when did y'all put that out?
Oh man, I was like early 2010, 11. It was before
2011, maybe.
Who was
like we worked?
Who was it?
It was Arta Plus. It's on my Bandcamp thing, but let me see if I can find it. But yeah, Arta Plus. We had a song called Gasoline Tears, which was crazy. That was his. So shout out to Mike, man, because that was his whole like idea. He was like, "Yeah, man, we should do a song like about making things worse by just sitting there crying or something weird." And I was like, "All right, I'm gonna see what I can come up with." The beat caught me off guard because it was like a bunch of static and antennas bending and circuit breaker shit. Was that his beat
or was that Ed?
That was this dude. Damn, what was his name? Because I keep forgetting his name. Sombrier. Yeah, Sombrier. That was his name. And like we knocked that project out like kind of slowly. Like we were knocking it out like pretty quickly at first. Back when we were recording at Fark Studios in Clarendon. But then like when that studio moved to about Falls Church, we were still moving on it kind of slow. And we didn't put it out for like 5 or 6 years, I think. Like we finished it like mid 2000. Like if I remember.
What's the CD cover look like?
It looks like somebody holding holding plutonium. Yeah, fistful of plutonium. Yep, that's the album. Hold please. That's when you. That's when you bring up that project. That was really a fun project to do. I kind of wish we were able to do more with it, because by then Mike had moved and he stopped rapping really as much, and it was like, all right, that's all good. I had my other projects I was working on, but that was one project I was like, in theory, rapping kind of straightforward over this complex shit was like something I've been wanting to do for a while. So it was.
Yeah, he always had a real unique ear for music. Like his influence, he definitely is a representation of his influences. And he's not. I don't know if you've been. I still talk. I still like am in touch with him, and his Instagram, like he makes like these really wild beats. Like,
yeah.
It's I don't even know what.
So this.
Oh,
is
yeah,
it?
there you go. Yeah, that's it.
Woo! 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 Yeah.
What?
What? Feed the flames with tears of gasoline. Set a dream.
This way of life. What a masterpiece.
The goal prognosis is sad as fuck. The grief counselors collective is copping a massive pack of dust.
That's
Smoke is spilled, your crayons melted, your belly is filled with pills. The hospital's calling your mama's house with a massively stilted bill. It's sickness. Sickness. Arm and a leg, and I swear you'll only feel a pinprick.
Feel a pinprick.
Are you now? You sing on this?
Yeah, I'm on the second verse.
It
Fuck your face.
He sounds like LP.
Yeah. You like LP? You like LP? Oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Oh shit, what the god, oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, oh my god, oh shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Crash and burn, crash and burn, crash and burn, yeah.
Crash and burn.
That was you right there, huh?
Crash and burn.
That was me over the road. This is my verse right here. This is the first and stop, pull up, I got dumb excited. The situation, yeah, too. You don't even know me now. Once they try and hold me down. Fire chiefs laughing and lying that I just made it worse really bad. That's why I'm excuses about the fire was stirring instructions were crappy and it didn't make it easier. Bring it like international for help, not the end. I'm in a cardboard box with no hostile. Lost it all in the fire. I wasn't hostile. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
fucking awesome.
I love it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm not
that
even.
was badass.
Fuck yeah.
That was like very very futuristic.
Angie's giving you notes in the comments.
Oh damn! Sorry, Angie. Sorry, Angie.
Artemis didn't account for the lag, Angie. It was just.
I didn't.
There's a delay. There's a delay.
My bad, Angie. I didn't.
In the right place.
I thought the lag would go away. I thought the lag would go away on my phone, but it doesn't. So thank you for telling me that, Angie. I'm just getting used to StreamYard. StreamYard is like what 7-0 with me. Like kicks my ass every time I'm on there. StreamYard wins.
Yeah. The reigning, hence defending champion.
Yeah. Damn it, StreamYard. Hoodwinked.
That's what it's for.
I think Artemis,
yeah.
This is the first time.
So yeah, that was great, man. That was a nice little.
This is the first time I've ever been on your show. Somebody's had to use their safe word 3 times.
It's the rookie.
I mean, it happens to the best of us.
Yep. Pretty much.
In any week, it could be any one of us. That's the thing.
Except for me.
Except for Marcus.
Well, no, I think I've actually used it.
I don't know, Marcus. I'm trying to actually. You are not one to use safe words. You are not so.
But I feel like he's used it.
The safe word is for me.
I'm pretty sure that Jamie's the only. I'm pretty sure that Jamie is the only one who has not used his safe word.
He's not.
No, Jamie has.
Has he?
Yes, he has.
Well, see, the safe word existed before Jamie, so that's how we know when Marcus says that it's because it's for him. That's how.
I know it's for him. Yeah. But like since I've been on,
I mean, I still have the episode in my head, and I believe I don't know if it wasn't Ian. It was the guys from U-Haul, and you said you almost called me a chicken thing.
Oh no!
You know what I'm talking about. You remember we watched the episode together.
What the? Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, not what I meant.
Blockage. No. I had Marcus between a rock and a hard place, though. And it was
I
beautiful.
lost that battle.
It was intense.
He's like, you can't shut me up, and he just starts screaming at me.
That was that point. There's always a point in every show when you're like, oh, they cut the brake lines. That was that moment. When the train careens off the side of the cliff. That's that moment.
I mean, I would play that now, but people would judge me.
Oh yeah, dude. 20 years from now,
I definitely used my safe word several times.
Yeah.
Not what I meant. Not what I meant to say.
So we got 20 minutes left.
Yeah,
sure, whatever.
I mean, sure world, boo.
It's my world. We're all just living in it. Is that what the thing is now?
Boo.
Well, if it's my world, I got a lot of complaints. I want to talk to the manager.
Hold on.
Could I please speak with the manager?
I definitely want to have a word.
Is it Boo's Corner already?
No. Put that away, Marcus. Put that away.
Wait. So real quick, I want to talk about my Friday again because it was very traumatizing for me. Our Friday started at, so like I said, I came on my shift at 11:45. By 12:15, the police had already been called down at Nick's Riverside Grill.
# Georgetown.
There was a guy.
# down by the river.
Yeah. So there's a guy who came to Tony and Joe's, our sister restaurant right next door, and he refused to wear a mask, and he started spitting at the employees, spitting, and so they kicked him out, and he proceeded to walk right next door, and then get seated at our restaurant. The general manager over at Tony and Joe's calls, and he was like, "Hey, just so you know, the guy that's being seated right now that I'm watching being seated is a spitter and refuses to wear his mask. I've already called the cops. He should not be served." And in my mind, I'm like, sir, why didn't you just walk over and follow him? like, why didn't you just come and tell him that this is also your property and you cannot sit here? Anyway, police came. This dude, I mean, just like your average, Joe Schmo
from Virginia,
white dude with khaki shorts and a short sleeve blue button down shirt, Virginia. Beard, and he's sitting there videotaping the cops they're doing something to him when they're like, "Sir, you need to leave."
And he's like, "This is slavery."
I don't even know what he was saying. I was like, "What, dude, are you doing?" Meanwhile, our manager was like, "So what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go talk to this guy? How far do I have to stand away from him if he's gonna try and spit at me?" She was like, "Do I need to stand 20 feet away from him now?"
I'm gonna need the staff.
You could probably spit 20 feet.
I'm gonna need the staff to put together a pool, a GoFundMe from my legal fund. I have very strong feelings about people that spit.
What is the matter with you?
As somebody who has been spat upon by somebody who I am not supposed to put hands upon, I feel a very special kind of way. You call I don't know, Artemis, would you rather someone call you the N-word or spit on you? Because I feel they both will elicit the same reaction, or at least make me want to do the same thing to you. I don't know which is worse, but there have been a couple of times where motherfuckers have and women, dude, I've been spit at by white women, spit on by white women, and I'm if we're not naked behind closed doors, I got a problem. I got fucking issues. What the fuck?
I was we were someone was like, "Who's going out there?" And I was like, "It is not me, because I will be put in jail." I was like, don't put me out there. I'm not going out there.
You were not one of the people that got spat on?
No, this was the next door. This was next door.
Oh, sorry. So when they came over to your spot, and then they came over to your spot, and y'all were like, nah.
Yeah, I was like, no, don't send me out there. Please don't send me out there. I was like, I will not be the one.
I mean, in the age of COVID, it is like even worse.
So here's the thing: if somebody spits on you, is that like a leeway to smack the shit out of them? Like,
I think
it's technically assault.
Hold on,
it's technically assault.
Ian, can that hold up before somebody spits on me? Can I smack this shit out of them?
Is that not considered assault?
So I can smack the shit out.
Maybe.
I just want to smack the shit out of somebody.
So if like in COVID times, would that not be considered assault?
What she just said. That's what I would do.
Ian.
I mean, it's like, let's say if you're talking and accidentally some spit just lands on somebody's face. You're like, oh wow, you assaulted me, you spit it on me. Like that can't be.
If we're having a heated discussion and you are in my face, if we're having a heated discussion and you're in my face and some spittle comes out of your mouth, spittle comes out of your mouth, I am not looking at that as assault.
But if you I'm taking you into
Oh yeah.
Like on me,
I'm fucking
Patooey.
That right there. I feel like all bets are off. Like it's just
I spit on you, Patooey.
Yeah, I mean,
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, chemical warfare. Like, fuck. I mean, yeah. What do you?
Get a lawyer. Don't I always give the same free legal advice to people, which is this: don't break the law. Don't break the law.
Dude, we are private property. We are a private establishment. If the rule is wear a mask, you wear a mask.
Wear a mask.
Yeah.
Also, it's still the mayor's mandate, regardless of whether or not you've gotten the vaccine or whatever. It is still the mandate to wear a mask.
And like
you can argue all you want to. It's still the mandate in DC.
And so you can take the mask off when you sit down at your fucking table.
My mind.
People are dumb. They were already entitled douchebags before COVID. Right. This is only going to amplify who we're going to find out who the really cool people are, the really cool customers, clients, or whatever you want to call them. Like, we're going to find out the really good ones. We're going to see the fucking worst of the worst. Like, it's going to be brutal.
It was just another day down by the river with Val.
Down by the river.
Down by the river.
Shout out to Neil Young.
That sounds like a very a very nice talk show. Hi, this is Val, and you're with us down by the river.
It's so deceptive. It's not such a welcoming name, but it's a fucking complete horror show.
Segment.
No, Artemis, that isn't your third song. Your new album, Down by the River.
Down by the river.
God damn, y'all. Nah, I ain't doing that. Y'all wow, man. Y'all wow.
It's gonna be titled District of Misfits. Down by the river, Pepe Le Pew, and whatever else.
Down by the river with
I'll have 4 more songs by the end of the show. Don't worry about it.
There you go. Good.
That was drunk will be number 4. That was.
Can we just get some freestyle bars? Can we just get some freestyle bars?
Come on, Artemis. Word of the day. That's what we want right now. Word of the day.
Cannabis.
I haven't even done my word of the day freestyle yet. Exactly. I need to do that too.
Word of the day.
After this,
your word of the day. Cannabis gummies.
I'm not doing. I was seriously trying to remember what the word of the day was. It's asterism. There's a lag. I'm not gonna.
All right.
I'm not gonna
fetishize.
I won't lock you in.
Freestyle bars. All right.
Come on, Artemis. This is
lost the awards. You don't have to play a beat. Let me stay unique. If they say, hey, break the record for how many raps you got, playing chess and checkers at the same time. I'll try to go for it in game time. Touchdown when the line is. I'm going to have you rolling around your blanket. Gonna call you Linus. I'm the plus sign, you the minus. That's what happens when I break your watch. It's timeless. So we're going to talk about my loss and all, and how I got costed by that withdrawals and all. I should have been like more cooked red and not so raw to y'all, like I'm trying to be raw dog. No, that's all I got.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
I figured since I'm on the show, why not?
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Next time we're just gonna throw a random beat behind it, and we give you that. But I appreciate you.
This is one of the best. One of the best MCs in DC.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Man, you know what? I was on a walk yesterday, and we were with Sarah, and we were talking. She was like, she mentioned Fun Parade, and I was just like,
oh yeah.
I was like, that would be like
amazing right now.
Nowish. So
it's about that time.
Shout out to the organizers of Funk Parade. I'm sorry that like we do.
So can't
do musicianship, isn't it? Isn't
y'all are
musicianship again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they already have the so during the Whammies they had the expo thing, and they were talking about how they're accepting applications to do the Whammies this year right now.
You mean Funk Parade? You mean Funk Parade?
Yeah, Funk Parade. Yeah. I mean, yeah, for Fun Parade, yeah, like musicianship, like they had like the expo thing right there. Like when you're looking at the Whammies,
like a streaming version or something.
I don't know what they're gonna do yet, but I think they're like probably like weighing that option. I wouldn't doubt if they were like weighing it, like using the Whammies virtually how it looks, and trying to see like how they can make it so like they can get people.
It's time for that word
as well.
Let's get it in. Notice, part of speech noun, origin late Middle English, late 14th century. A problem, difficulty, or complication.
Go ahead, Artemis.
Hell, dude. Yeah, I'm glad I started following you.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. I am on Artemis. If you're on TikTok, follow me. I have rants and all that. But yeah.
You racist, try not to play it off like you did something racist, but you say it's not racist ass motherfucker. The nerve
I like you going off.
Of signing that bill, and then all of a sudden you're trying to act like you played victim because we all know why you signed that bill. Get your facts right. Representative Cannon didn't stop and kick down their fucking door. She literally knocked. The cops got scared and arrested her. Let's just face it. You know, as well as everybody else knows, that you're part of that good old boys club that you don't want certain people unless people conform to a more, let's say, demeaning role of how you think things should be. Because it's obvious that's what you've been around, what you were raised on, and of course, what you want to continue to be a part of. And people are already saying that you're going to be out of the job. You just basically told everybody, here's my pink slip, I'm out. Dumbass.
So that takes me where I want to go next.
Mark is brilliant.
So, Ian, my friend, explain to me what the fuck, and Artemis, obviously you know what you're talking about. Explain to me what the fuck is going on in this fucking shithole we call
Georgia.
Oh man,
you're about to lose your job.
Georgia. I believe the term for it is rat fucking. That might be the clinical term for it, but
definitely
voter suppression. They had record turnout in Georgia, and really in a lot of other. I mean, this was a record turnout election in 2020, and record turnout typically favors Democrats over Republicans, and that's why Republicans want to try to limit access to voting. It's pretty clear why they do that and how they do that. And the way they do that usually is instituting vote restrictions on people and communities of color. And a lot of these laws are facially neutral, which means they don't say, let's restrict Black people from voting. They say, let's restrict voting on Sundays, which just happens to be a day when Black churches traditionally mobilize their congregations to go and vote. And there's a raft of, like the whole not allowing water. You're not allowed to give water.
Not allowed to give water or
line to vote.
Okay,
let me. You have to.
What kind of bullshit is that?
you have to understand that as a piece, because they have also systematically closed polling places in inner cities and other, majority minority districts, and
limiting drop boxes,
drop boxes, so that those people, in order to vote, have to stand in longer lines. So you begin to see how all of this is targeted at communities of color. And the argument, let's be fair, the argument on the other side is, look, we're not targeting African Americans because we don't like African Americans. We're targeting African Americans because we're Republicans and they vote Democrat. But to me, that's still
racist.
You're targeting restrictions at minorities and at communities of color, and we have a word for that. That word is called racism, and that's what that is. Period. End of story. Like, if you've got arguments why a bunch of voting restriction laws that are specifically tailored and targeted at minority and communities of color is not racist, fuck off. I don't want to hear your argument. I don't want to hear your bullshit argument.
White men right there.
So
I'm surprised. I'm surprised they're wearing masks.
Look at that picture of a plantation. Where over 300 slaves were once held.
I'm surprised they're wearing masks. I'm surprised. It's that, like, maybe this is like, oh, we don't want anybody to actually know what we look like when we sign this fucking. But like,
maybe the hoods don't protect them from COVID. So
they should have worn the hoods. They should have gone all out. It's a special occasion, guys. Let's dress for it.
I'm trying to be generous and give them the benefit of the doubt.
But
I'm not generous to shit. Fuck that.
Fuck these guys.
And you know what? And here's the thing.
And you know what? Georgia's not the only one. Georgia's not the only one. We're probably going to see the same thing. Mississippi, Alabama, Oklahoma, any state that's Republican controlled. But that also includes Florida. I would not be surprised to start seeing a lot of different types of voter restrictions in Florida.
And if you protest, the cops will call it a riot and beat the shit out of you.
Exactly. They're gonna try it in Michigan.
That's the Georgia statehood right there.
That's the Georgia,
That's
a lot of states.
Okay.
That's a lot of states, and a lot of states not just in the South, to be perfectly fair. I mean, the KKK, I believe, started in Michigan. So
did it?
I think Jackson, Michigan was where it's like the birthplace of the KKK. I may have that wrong, and if I do,
I
apologize to the good people of Jackson.
Ding that shit, Marcus.
But I've driven I-94 between Detroit and Chicago enough times that I'm pretty sure.
I feel like a place like that would have like a sign, like they would be proud.
Tennessee is the home of the Ku Klux Klan.
Tennessee. All right.
I didn't want to say anything since that's my home state. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I was like,
six Confederate veterans from
Palousca,
Tennessee.
All right.
I gladly accept the L, and I graciously apologize to
Michigan.
Jackson, Michigan.
Sorry, Michigan.
Sorry, not sorry.
You got specific. You were like,
shit, sorry, Tennessee. You know, my home state.
Yep. Yeah. Well, all right.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I feel like with Warnock and Ossoff winning, Georgia turned blue, and correct me if you think I'm wrong. I feel like this is the move. This is the move to try to prevent Georgia turning blue in the next gubernatorial election.
No doubt.
I feel
100%.
like that's the killing blow in Georgia.
Right.
That's the killing blow. If the governor goes blue, governorship goes blue, then Georgia is officially, legitimately, for real.
100%. And look, we have a large southern state, like culturally southern state, that has gone completely blue. It's the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Georgia, shout out to them abolishing the death penalty.
That's right. Listen, hey man, since we got Democrats in, they're going to legalize marijuana. They've abolished the death penalty, expanded Medicaid. There's enacted firearm regulations.
If they get rid of that right to work bullshit, man, they'll be set. Who knew that Virginia would be more progressive than Maryland?
Who knew? Right?
Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there, but we're not there yet.
Slowly but surely.
Oh yeah. I mean,
But
we're
we're
not.
It's definitely moving much faster.
I'm not ready to make
Georgia,
out with. I'm not ready to make out with Virginia
Georgia
just yet.
We're ahead of Georgia, and Georgia is getting to where Virginia is because Georgia has a lot of the same things that Virginia has, which is namely like a massive population center that is diverse and well educated, and just like a magnet for more progressive, maybe not even progressive, but left to center left to left politics, and there's a lot of states where that one city can dominate the state's politics. Michigan is one of those states. Wisconsin is one of those states. Pennsylvania has two massive population centers that dominate an otherwise conservative state. Illinois is that. New York is that. So
yeah, people don't realize outside of New York City, dude, outside of New York and Rochester and Syracuse,
those are conservative areas.
New York is country as shit, yo.
Dude, every state.
Every
state is
upstate.
Well, that's the thing is when they show these maps. When they show these maps, the thing is that land doesn't vote, people vote. When they show like the red versus the blue or whatever, like it's always really inaccurate because Wyoming is wide fucking open space.
Right.
That space does not vote.
Yep.
And so I don't know, man.
But they get 2 senators, so let's get DC statehood.
Statehood closer than ever. Closer than ever. We may live to see it. Dude, I never thought I would live to see the decriminalization of marijuana or the legalization of mushrooms in DC.
Still decriminalization of mushrooms.
Okay, point being, I never thought I would live to see the day of either of those things, and so therefore I am ready to believe in the possibility of statehood. And like, no disrespect to Puerto Rico, but if you are anybody of the camp that like Puerto Rico should be made a state first, like no. Because most of y'all haven't even decided whether or not y'all even want to be part of the U.S., and that needs to be addressed and respected. Big love for Puerto Rico, man. I love
Puerto Rico.
My first girlfriend was Puerto Rico. The first girl I ever kissed was Puerto Rican. I got mad attachment to Puerto Rico. I got sentiment. Anyways.
But yes, I agree. I agree.
Anyways, that sounded way better up here.
So
Puerto Rico
also
should be
my random.
If they want it.
If they want it for sure, but like I've seen people talking like it should happen to them first, and I'm like, no, y'all need to come to a consensus, and a serious majority of Puerto Ricans need to decide that they want to be part of the U.S. before that happens. So Ian,
as a Puerto Rican, can I weigh in?
Would like to be in
Yes.
in a state.
Yes,
Puerto Rico.
So I have my family's actually somewhat involved in Puerto Rican politics. So I get kind of like the little bit of the inside game. First of all, they just did have a plebiscite in the November 2020 elections that basically said Puerto Rico statehood, yes, no. Because beforehand, they used to have these plebiscites that would have 3 options, which was become a state, become an independent nation, just completely cut ties from the United States, or status quo territory. And the territory has some advantages for Puerto Ricans because they don't pay federal income tax. They only pay island tax.
You got to say island tax. Sorry.
Island tax.
Wrong culture.
This is not Jamaica. This is not Jamaica. Wrong culture.
I know. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry.
So like, they were never able to get never able to get a majority when you have those 3 options. So this year they did statehood yes, no, and statehood yes, 1. So there actually is a record of the will of the Puerto Rican voters in November 2020,
it was like
which
52%.
was pro statehood.
It wasn't like a super. It was 50. It was like a 52%, something like that.
Yeah, not a super majority. And honestly, I feel like the thing with Puerto Rico, everyone just assumes that Puerto Rico is like DC. That if Puerto Rico were to become a state, it would just be Democrat, 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 Democrat. Look, if DC becomes a state, it's going to have 2 Democratic senators. It's going to have a Democratic mayor,
100%.
governor. But Puerto Rico, there's a lot of anti-tax people on the island who like status quo because they don't have to pay federal income tax. There's, Hispanics and Latinos are generally more conservative than a lot of people think they are, culturally conservative and socially conservative, if not economically. The island has had financial difficulties, fiscal difficulties. And so, you could see a modern non-racist Republican Party like vying for a senator's seat out of Puerto Rico, Like,
did you just say modern non-racist Republican Party?
Yeah.
Is that even a thing that could happen?
Yeah, Ian, please explain to me how that works.
If you wish really hard,
Oh my God, that is
Like,
such a
you want to
weird
go to
thing
a fountain and
hard.
you want
Such a
to
weird
go to
thing
a
to
fountain
wish
and throw
for.
pennies at it? I wish these greedy Republicans would not be racist. Like, I don't know, man.
I wish Republicans would be nice.
So again, my point being is that like the majority of DC residents would like statehood and have asked, have been fighting for statehood forever.
Mhm.
Like Puerto
Mhm.
Rico still is like,
Yeah.
the majority of this of Puerto Rico is still like sort of in flux. Like people aren't there. There is not a majority of very clear intention about what the Puerto Ricans would like. DC, it's pretty clear. Most DC residents would like statehood.
How long ago did the taxation without representation license plates come out?
30 years
80s,
ago,
wasn't it?
Like them shits came out when I was in high school, and we were fucking like amped about it, dude. We were like, fuck yeah. So,
and I mean, it's crazy that nothing has happened. I mean, like the arguments against statehood are so lame.
Dude, that bullshit about DC not even having a dealership. First of all, there was a Tesla dealership,
an airport, a
down
dealership
off of New York Avenue. So wrong.
Yeah, the dude's
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, mind me, for my ignorance. I don't know if they have a dealership here. Or they don't have an airport, but airport's right across the fucking water in fucking Virginia.
Right.
I mean, and like, it's preposterous. Like, I mean, I know that you don't care for the mayor a lot, but like, she argues very strongly for statehood.
I don't question her love of DC or her desire for DC to become a state. Not regard,
Right, and she's very.
The issues with her are other issues.
Are not that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that you don't care for her, but like in her fight for statehood, she is very steadfast, and I think
it's not that I don't care for her. I just have I have issues. It's not that I don't care for her. I don't hate her. I don't have. Well, yeah.
You don't like her. 100%.
I wish she got her teeth fixed before her.
What?
Well, she spits a lot.
Okay. Dude.
I mean, she does.
The shade that I was gonna throw was way more substantive, but that's cool.
I mean, I'm here for that. That's what I'm here for. Like,
whatever.
She got a Bill Cowher situation going on.
I mean, take it out when you speak. Just take it out.
Safe word.
Safe word.
Ian forgot his safe word, so he just yelled safe word.
Safeguard, safety. Safe travels.
I'm in control.
Marcus is pushing buttons, y'all. Yo, by the way, if anyone knows a technical director, somebody that is proficient in doing shit, y'all should send them our way, because when the time comes and we start doing on location remote shows again, we're gonna need somebody to push buttons.
You need somebody.
Marcus is gonna be drunk. He ain't gonna be able
so
to
that
do it.
Marcus can fucking freestyle and entertain.
Oh no!
I have to be so much sober to the end of the show nowadays.
Oh Lord!
This is the irony of it all. is that Marcus ends up being the most sober person of all of us
throughout the show
because he has to run shit.
So
Marcus
please,
became our de facto. He became our de facto technical director. So
actually, maybe we don't want to fucking.
So, well, on second thought.
Yeah, let's think about this one.
Put a pin in that, Val. Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in that one.
I'm gonna go back and edit this out of the show.
Unfortunately, you cannot because it's live.
Technical director, what? What are you talking about?
No,
what you talking
never
about?
mind. No.
So Artemis, Artemis, is there any other song you want me to play for you? You wanted me to play that Tia song? Were you on Tia?
Yeah. Play 20 to 1.
20 to 1, which is my second favorite because I love the Cancel Me song.
Cool, appreciate it. Thank you, man.
All right, kids, if you need to get a bathroom.
Congratulations again, Artemis. Congratulations again,
Artemis,
my friend.
fucking, it's a big fucking deal.
You're always a winner with us, man.
5 times
I
finally.
appreciate it. Thank you.
So Artemis, why don't you have Arnell on this as well? What you want to lead us into it?
Oh yeah, so 20 to 1. This is a song about going against the odds. I feel like with over the years, doing a lot of stuff with my brother Arnell, and just being able to reconnect with Tia too on some music stuff, man. Prowess, we just going against the odds against them. Yeah, man. So I wanted this track.
Yeah, the Prowess is also
Prowess the Testament.
Prowess the Testament.
Oh, whatever.
So I wanted to symbolize, the whole thing of just camaraderie amongst that kind of thing, because you've gone through a lot. So I wanted to like showcase that with this track, man. I was glad they was able to be a part of it too. Dope
Stop
song.
laughing, boo.
I can't, dude. Marcus, you're so fucking funny, bro.
So Tia and these two are a grande lock, and this is their song. And I push buttons.
Yes. 20 to 1. 20 to 1. Beating the odds. That's what you gotta do. You know what they told me? The world's so cold. Do what you told to get isolated. Food for goddamn shame, we gotta microwave it. Separated all your words like the hyphenated. Yeah, that's plenty of fun. The 20 to 1 have been the odds, and I think we have the right to weigh it. Are you idiots done? Is it really a pun? You don't get it. I'm not spelling I with team design. My scheme aligned with the fine regime. It seems they pull stutter then trip though. That's not why we keep making this fifth blow. More than rock stars when they win a stiff blow. A Christian boy that having grips of crypto. Pave the way for those who don't follow much. Keep a life wish bottled up. All of it is under the hat. Laying flat on the mat. On the universe, dog. Can we call it that? In fact, it goes alright, 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 alright. Please make my day. Please make my day. It goes alright, 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 alright.
20 to 1. I like them odds. 19 of them are like decks of cards. Sorta like Tunkarine, double like most. Double my winners while talking shit and boast. Now if you're math right, 16 are left. Enough to fight to the bloody death. Into the dragon, antic finger punch moves. Bodies flying around, battered and bruised. So comprehend, 10 managed to stay in. One while watching 9 characters catch sin. Every form of penalty you can imagine. Breaking the atoms, main source and handling. All but one was witness dead. A fear in his eyes from calamity said, I was just having beating up these reeds. Cloners mass many more times for these devious deeds.
It goes alright, 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 alright. Please make my day. Please make my day. It goes alright, 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 alright. Please make my
What's the odds of defeat when we compete? I stampede your concrete. Features are matched by the teachings of my arm reach. By song 3, I stormed the legion. Allegiance formed in the region. But still, people don't want the freedom. I gift the knowledge from Eden. They eating fruit of the demon. They seeking wisdom to speak in terms with Phoenicians. Fuck the beacon. I did it without a reason. Refuting disbelievers and painting some masterpieces and writing a thesis. Cause these is doubling up in time. Covered a couple rhymes. Even above the lines, I keep a solid mind. Seasons change like autumn time. Things are rearranged like shifting the paradigms. Get your signal straight. They running left from the home plate. Man, the primate. In a tri-state, I'm about to annihilate these candidates. Even heavy-handed, they lightweight and slight work. I kill a 0 in a cipher with the right verb. The mic served on a hot plate. Don't hesitate to incinerate. 21 hideaways is a finer taste. Ransom letters written in cursive. Handling universes with a couple verses. Verse rehearsals didn't even rehearse this. I just tossed the first pitch you trying to hit. A percent missed the disc, but they don't witness the spit trick.
It goes alright, 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 alright. Please make my day, please make my day. It goes alright, 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 alright. Please make my day. It goes alright, 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 alright. Please make my day, please make my day, please make my day, please make my day.
Yo,
Yes,
that was
I love that
fucking
song.
fantastic, yo, for real. And yo, everybody that's in the comments, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Please do us a favor and like and share on all your favorite platforms. Tell your friends, tell your lovers, tell your frenemies to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, the District of Misfits, on Twitter at DC Misfits. YouTube, the District of Misfits show is our channel where you can also check out Ian and Artemis and Prowess and Testament on the Grande Lock, the intersection of hip hop and politics and culture. Some good shit about to wrap up their first season. On Twitch, District of Misfits. And we would love for you to go to crushingdc.com and purchase some of our wares. We got a bunch of stuff coming down the pike for the springtime. Some new designs, some old stuff and some new color options and shit. We're gonna fucking we're plugging away. We're about to blow it up in 2021. What's you guys? How about this? Artemis, tell the people where they can find you and what you are getting into and what they need to know.
Oh, well, shoot. All the socials, of course. You see it right there. Twitter, ARDAMUS.
What?
You know, the real Artemis on IG, on Instagram, on TikTok, ARDAMUS, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, Artemis.bandcamp.com. Just be on the lookout for more stuff. I mean, I've been really focused on the Grande Lock podcast. Just with everything we're trying to like have coming up. I mean, I got the new album or albums in the works.
What?
So that's probably like at least by like late summer I'll probably have it done. Oh, actually too. So I should have mentioned this, but the singles I should have mentioned this. The singles that got pressed up that I released, I got pressed up on vinyl, limited edition. I'm getting that. That's going to be out next month. Once I get it all together, I'm just now getting the vinyl shipped in. So I'm gonna have like
where can we find that at?
That's gonna be on my Bandcamp. I'm gonna let people know. I'm gonna have that on Bandcamp. It's literally going to be like 15 copies for sale. So
dude, I like that. It's limited edition. Keep it small. Keep it exclusive. Like,
can you make it 16 to give me one?
Maybe we'll see. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bless my engineer Ron Vento for like, you know, hooking me up with Night Sky Studios. I gotta hook him up. I
was gonna say, where's he from? Yeah.
He's out there. He's out there in Maryland, so I gotta break him off.
I know all these things because I follow Grande Lock and I watch Grande Lock like 25 times a week. And
I also edit your videos,
so we know.
Yeah.
So we know exactly what you're talking about. But for the people, where is the studio at?
It's in Waldorf, Maryland. Shout outs to Night Train. Actually had his album mixed there. My people's Edward As is in Drop Lockers with myself and Arnell. We did our project there. It was the first time I ever did like a full projects there myself instead of just producing there or whatever.
What's
So
his
it's
studio is called Night Sky, right? Is that right?
Night Sky Studios,
Yeah.
Night Sky Recording Studios. Yeah. So yeah,
So
I got.
So
No, what
I
you about
also
to say?
I also have Seductive Talk and Rapper's Ego queued up. Would you like to play one of those before we
I
fucking-
would like to hear the seductive
Seductive
talk
Talk.
because that is
Yeah.
your lead-in to your show.
Now
Yeah.
I hope this is the one with words. I'm not promising because I'm about to agree.
This I resent it, so I resent it just in case.
Yeah, so I'm not blaming you if it fails. I'm blaming myself. So this is
Yeah,
the
we did-
intro and outro to Grande Lock with
Mhm.
words.
That's
You want to lead us into it?
So Seductive Talk, this is off of Enshrouded Devils. Like I did this song basically talking about using the gift of gab to get what you want, but I threw a lot of abstract concepts in there with it too. Like the challenges and the goals you face in trying to do that.
How long is the song?
It's about like it's gotta be 3 minutes. Originally I was trying to get the soul singer on it, Wayna, and I couldn't get her because like her schedule was hectic or whatever. So it just didn't work out. So I wound up doing the hook myself. And yeah, that's about it. So
Let's hope I downloaded the right one. Here we go.
okay. Wrong one.
Wait a minute. Fuck. All right, you
That's
guys keep talking. I'm gonna go do what I do best.
I knew it. Like I
I was like, I think this is the wrong song.
it happens. It happens. Because I
Shenanigans.
You sent me like 35 versions of the song.
laughing. I think I resent.
You sent it to me like 3 times. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it was the second
You
one.
guys keep talking.
Yeah, but that was a dope song to like get done, and plus I was surprised it like made it to the finals because the hook is kind of explicit, but the verses aren't, and I was just like, I don't know if it's gonna like go over, but oh well, just like do it anyway, and like that was I felt honored to like get that far, you know. I wasn't sure like how the judges would respond, but the Whammies posted up the image of the song, like, oh yeah, this is one of our favorite songs that like got submitted, like that became one of the finals. I was like, oh, finalists. I was like, oh shit, all right. So that's how I was like, I got a little boosted, like, damn, that they fucking with me this year, all right. So, you know, it was an honor, you know, between that and them like in Enshrouded Angels. I wasn't sure how everything was gonna play out. To be honest with you, I didn't know how it was going to play out with the Whammies.
So Artemis, explain just very quickly. So you had 2 separate albums that were like sort of linked together. You had Enshrouded Angels and Enshrouded Devils.
Right. So there's an album I've been working on for a long time called For Angels, Kissing Devils. I've been working on this project about 10 years straight at this point, and I never got the production down right for it. And I wanted to do kind of a precursor for it because it's a project that I'm not going to release like right away. It's getting done, but it's slow. So these tracks,
how long did you say you were working on it?
I've been working on it at least like I want to say at least 10 plus years at this point.
Wow.
Because I just didn't have the right beats for it, and like some of the stuff I lost, and I kept restructuring it, and now I finally have it the way I want to. It was just like I treat it like a painting, you know. Sometimes you have a painting, you kind of like, you know, you want to do something to it, you leave it alone. You come back to it, you do something to it, leave it alone.
Your magnum opus.
Yeah, kind of like a magnum opus. Right? Yeah. So like I've just been working on it for that long time. But Enshrouded Angels and Enshrouded Devils is kind of like a precursor to it. And it's not going to be the next project that comes out, but it's like it's on deck though. So like the whole concept of me putting together Enshrouded Angels, Enshrouded Devils was just like kind of like these topics are leading up to that particular project. And all those And a lot of those songs that I did from Enshrouded Angels, I did those probably in between 2018 2019. Um, Especially on Enshrouded Devils, like the "Save You from Yourself" song. That song is actually that's an old song. That's actually from 2017, I want to say. I reworked it though because it was I had a live instrumentation project in mind that I wanted to do, not like a band, but I had this one idea where I just get a bunch of people together to work on a few things, just live instrumentation based. And it originally was a demo. I flipped it and was like, this would probably go with like Enshrouded Devils. It's speaking on just like two people who were in a relationship that got away from each other because like things were just toxic. I I almost didn't put that song on that project, but yeah, these are all this is all a bunch of works that I had like going for years. Except for except for like 20 to 1. Let's see, Rapper's Ego.
Which I have, and I have.
Which you have.
Now.
You have it now? Okay, good. I was rambling for a long time. Shit, like I'm used to trying to fill air. I'm used to it. So.
Here's Seductive Talk. This is the intro outro of Grande Lock.
Well, nope.
God damn it,
Marcus. So here's the thing: is that
for fuck's sake,
the intro outro to Grande Lac is just instrumental. So there's no lyric to it, right? No speaking or whatever.
There's a song where he raps over the beat.
And right. So I've heard it for so long because I'm the one, like I said, I edit the videos. So like I hear it,
which we love and appreciate.
I love it. And then like I was like, wait, there's actually lyrics to this? Like
there are. So
yeah,
Marcus, the second email I sent you when I resent it, that's the one.
It's the one I thought I fucking pulled.
And so I listened to it maybe last week, or like when we were talking about I was going over the Whammies episode, and I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking dope ass song. It was awesome. Yes. I mean, I thought you actually created, in my mind, I thought that you had created just that instrumental for Grande Lac.
Oh my God, Marcus! No one needs to see how the sausage is made. Dude. What are you doing? Close that window.
Hold up, chill. I'm trying to find it. God damn, I lost it already.
All right, so how about this? While Marcus does surgery before our very eyes, Ian, tell the people where you can be found if you want to be found, and anything that you want to promote. Tell. Who knows? I mean, I'm just giving him that option. I don't want to.
Go ahead. What I'm here to promote is Grande Lac. I prefer that you don't follow me because my social media is a fucking disaster.
Don't listen to that. Follow him anyway.
Literally, his tag
what you should do is get on Artemis's TikTok. Get on Artemis's TikTok. Give him 10,000 likes, and he will dance to the #1 trending dance on TikTok for his fans. But he's got to get to 10,000 likes first. So let's get him there. Everybody work really hard. Share his videos. Get lots and lots of likes. If he gets to 10,000, let
me know if you hear this. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
All right, lay it on.
Shit, where'd it go?
Sausage.
Wow.
I lost it again.
Sausage.
Oh boy.
Making.
That's gonna be my safe word next week.
Can you hear that? Nope. God damn it!
All right, so Marcus, how about this? Why don't we go? We're running on. How about this? Stop. We're running almost. We're getting to the 2.5 hour mark. Let's
play some TikTok.
Let's put a pin in that. Instead of me going on my usual soapbox fucking shit posting, shit talking, rants. Marcus is gonna play some of my favorite TikToks of the week, and we're all gonna hang back and enjoy them. So, and then we're gonna wrap this biatch up so y'all can go to bed and get on with your lives.
Go to bed. Yeah,
Guys, I've been here all day and the manager still hasn't told me I can go home yet. Yeah, James should have cut you hours ago. He's right. You know what? I'm just gonna ask him. If it was only that simple. It's not. What me and Jeff have learned over the years is that there is an art to being cut. You gotta be delicate with him. Is it possible he just forgot? Possible, but it's unlikely. What's more likely is that he's playing mind games with you. Would he do that? Manager has an incredibly fragile ego. He's a delicate guy. If we go out to him and just ask, hey, let me go home, what that's saying to him is, I can do your job better than you can. That's not fair. You work in a restaurant. There's nothing fair about any of this. I know what I have to do. Hey, James, did you do something different with your hair? It looks really good. Oh, it's a new mousse. That must be it. I didn't think anyone would notice. Would it be possible if I went home now? Oh, yeah, you're good to go. She learned so fast. Yeah, she did.
Right now, though.
Hi.
Yo, can you do it the other way so that we're all on the side and we can be not muted and
don't yell at me.
Enjoy them interact. I'm asking you a question.
No, not the way I did. I could have if I downloaded it differently. Yes, not the way I did it today. So next week, yes.
Fine, Marcus.
Wait a second. Oh my God. Oh, it's going down. I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we're gonna send it. We're gonna send it, Zeus! We're gonna send it!
What the fuck, boo?
Alright, Hans, this is the end of the whole movie. I want it to be huge. I think you'll like what we've done. It's so powerful! I know! Who's that singing? Oh, that's Leo. He sounds incredible! Whoa! What?
Circle of Life.
Yo, I had tears when I watched that earlier today. That fucking shit.
All right.
Circle of Life.
All right. I think I finally got it right.
Talk. Yeah, talk yours. Won't you speak on your behalf? I speak your truth. You know? I stroll in my mind for the right phrase. Then I'm selling content to market bright days. Turning tables in my mind till the needle broke. Seeing scopes, selling souvenirs, keeping people broke. Secret though, keep it close. Used to be a prophet, then now I'm profit from prophecy. But probably I hope these words help me buy some property. And cop a plea. Admitted I was anti-pop like consortium. Money made me slip, now I'm 40 and hired as an author, just applying the field. Ghost writing the theory, hope the science is real. Ladies love it, I hate it. After shows, just debated, coordinated. Chemical imbalance formulated and made it cool. Assuming that I'm ruining their minds. It's cold at the top. Learn from the U Street, the O and the I. You can slang, just act and look. A dime piece stole hearts and I backed the crook. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. They never ever let you talk your shit. never even let you talk your shit. I can work on my stats, not be a statistic. See the ballistics, took cojones, shook the quarter, competing with business. Personal training, trying not to take it personal. Show a sign of weakness, make it worse for you. Possibly I make the conversation more than awkward. Safe space, dangerous ground is what they offer. Comfort during meetings and greetings with seeing issues counterfeited and completely official. You see the riddle is a joke though. Chokehold, strangled at best. All investments stop, you gotta pay your respects. The words ain't clear, may steer you wrong when you got to drive. Pocket knives, cutting holes in pants till your pockets dry. Lay it every language you speak in the cause. Treat it like a porn, beating the walls. When the doors ain't closed, stop eating off the floor. Not in front of me, I'm more undefeated in your claws. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. They never ever let you talk your shit. Never even let you talk your shit. 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 Talk your shit.
I don't know what's funny. I don't know what's funnier. Val dancing in the corner of her picture, or Boo swinging something on the corner of his picture, just so those two fuckers can get into the picture. So I don't know what's funnier than that.
That's funny.
So Boo went to the right, and she went to the left. So
I was like, what?
Man,
they made sure they were on
the
the end of the picture, so they.
We had a thing. It was a thing. Me and Val, we made the most.
I saw it. I witnessed both of them.
We made the most assist of that moment.
Most.
Yo, what up, Brian? Like, all right.
That fucking shit is dope. I love it.
Thank you. Man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
It's like
I said, I hear it in my mind all the time because just the instrumental.
But the words on it,
and then the words, I was like, ooh.
That was a lot of technician shit. Like, I've always been a big fan of Cool G rap and the way he raps fast. And part of the second verse, I was kind of trying to do that style he always does, like very quickly and smooth. It was hard as hell to do though. Like that song took a lot of breath control.
You pulled it off, man.
So good.
That's fire, bro.
I had to punch in a couple of times. I ain't gonna even hold you. I had to punch in a few of them, Jack. I was like, I can't say some of this like in one take. I gotta draw back on some of it.
Respect.
Give this man his roses. Give this man his roses.
Right?
Even if the whammies won't, we will.
Yeah, dude. I'm saying, it's Marcus. Can you throw Artemis's socials up on the screen one more time before we shut this puppy down? Yeah, man. Just get yourselves a face full of that, y'all. Go support this man. And if you got a Cash App or some shit, throw this dude some bucks too.
Buy that shit.
Shit.
PayPal. I wish I would do. I should do Cash App, but I do PayPal. Yeah,
very pro Cash App in this camp.
They won't take my card for some reason because I got my. Yeah.
That's racist.
Yeah,
because they Nazi.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
That's racist.
That's racist.
It's fucked up.
Them racist motherfuckers.
Yeah.
All right. So we're let's shut this fucker down. I'm getting the munchies. I'm running out of beer. We appreciate the shit out of y'all hanging out with us. Marcus, you want to take Val, you got any final thoughts actually? And then Marcus, you shut it down.
I have no final thoughts. I just love everybody. Artemis, so happy you were on the show.
Thank you.
Disappointed a little that you didn't garner any whammies, but you know what? Fuck them all. You know, you
it's like Chuck D said. Who gives a fuck about a goddamn whammy?
Exactly.
Well, he didn't actually say that. Sorry, whammies. Sorry, whammies. I was being hyperbolic.
Alrighty then, we're gonna go here.
Wow.
We're gonna go there.
Yeah. Seriously, thanks to Ian and Artemis for joining us, man. Like you guys made this a special.
Namaste.
Hazlitt, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Namaste.
These things.
Marcus is literally just
I was
like
trying to
doing
do
this
something
right now.
I'm not sure what it is.
I was doing this and it wasn't what I meant to do, so we saw the fucking script of what I was trying not to do. Because I went here. This is not where I wanted to go. So then I went there, but I meant to go like here, but it didn't work because I'm not good at what I do. So we're all watching this together.
We're all watching this together.
Wow.
Yeah, be good to each other, y'all.
So my final words is thank you guys, the Grande Lot, for coming on. Ian, I'm gonna break your drumsticks one day. I love all of you. I appreciate all of you. These are
Shouts to Tia.
Yeah, Tia, you're the only one we're missing tonight. We miss you. Love you.
Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat room. We appreciate y'all getting down with us and
Grande
participating.
Log season 1 will be ending soon. Grande Log season 2 will be coming soon. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
We love you.
That's Grande Lock with a Q.
We love you.
Q.
We're totally insane.
They pushed me out and paced me.